There you go.
Doctor.
Fantastic. 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 Fantastic.
Yo, what up, what up, what up? Y'all know the deal, man. Like and share, like and share, like and share, so we get this thing out everywhere. There's anywhere in the world you could be, but it's always right here with me, the BABGOG. And I appreciate y'all pull up on me, man. What's going on? Shout out to everybody in the building, man. What's going on with y'all? Do me a huge favor as you come in, please hit that like button. Before we begin, let's go ahead and get into it, man. No, those are not my beats. That's DJ Witch Doctor. Shout out to DJ Witch Doctor, man. Shout out to him. Y'all need any beats or whatever, hit him up. But hey, man, how long have I been saying this? All my A1 day ones know, man. I've been telling y'all, man, the day Big Meech get out is gonna be a glorious day in the community, in the hood, for the streets, for all this shit, and for the most iconic modern athlete, American athlete. Pretty much you can say. I don't think there's not anybody in the modern time, like I'll say post Kobe Bryant, right? Especially post Kobe Bryant, that you can put above LeBron James as star athlete. Okay, LeBron James is a household name. Okay, I know you're gonna say like Tom Brady and maybe who else? Somebody I could think. Just everybody knows. Outside of Tom Brady, at a point, Peyton Manning was there before he retired. Floyd Mayweather, but he's retired, so nobody's really, But and the longevity, everything, LeBron's resume, LeBron James, right? LeBron James, at the height of popularity, um, wealth, influence, branding, all these things, man. LeBron James takes time out of his day to shout out Big Meech. Didn't I tell y'all this? Didn't I say this? Illa, what's up, fam? Shout out to Philosophical. Didn't I said this? Everybody that been, y'all know this. I told y'all the day Big Meech, I can imagine the bidding wars that's going on between Vlad, Say Cheese TV, what's the motherfucker that's always putting on Jaguar Wright? True Life. Is it True Life? The Bidding Wars. 35, 65, 65, 75, 85. The calls Big Meech is getting for motherfuckers to be the first people to sit down with him, man, in front of that camera and do that podcast. Now, you know what's crazy? What would and I don't know, but I don't think what has Shannon Sharp had I don't think Shannon Sharp has had anybody other than really celebrities on this thing. If Shannon Sharp was to get that interview, and if Big Meech really wanted to, you know what I'm saying, maximize his worth as far as these interviews and shit, the first podcast I'm doing is Club Shay Shay. Hands down. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Or like Joe Rogan. But I don't think Joe Rogan's reaching out to Big Meech. I don't know. Right? Yeah, Iverson's not close to LeBron, man. I'm sorry. And I'm a Iverson fan, but Iverson wasn't even no. Yeah, listen, I know hey, the numbers they throwing at motherfucking Meech right now, bro, is crazy. All right. The numbers that that he was like, I'm not paying. I think what did Marlon Wayne say? Marlon say he wanted $40,000. I promise you, he offering Big Meech a meal, probably off rip. Without no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now, for you guys that don't know, all right, Big Meech was one of the co-founders of the Black Mafia family. It was a crime syndicate, drugs, money, the the black version of the mafia, right? I.e., Black Mafia family. And somehow made their way from Detroit down to Atlanta, set up shop in Atlanta, and pretty much became a staple of Atlanta. Not just a staple of Atlanta. I forget what music video. Who had fucking Meech in their video? I don't think Jeezy had. Who was it that put fucking Big Meech in the fucking music video and the rap video? Was it Fat Joe? Help me out, y'all. I'm trying to remember. Anyway, um, hey, got all the money, got all the cars, got all the hoes, all that good shit, right? It was Jeezy, huh? Jeezy. Yeah, so okay, yeah, Jeezy. And of course, niggas pull the Frank Lucas. They buy the chinchilla coat and sit down in the front row. And you some nigga that nobody know. Now you going to jail, bro. Bro, the niggas bought a billboard in Atlanta. Okay? They bought a billboard in Atlanta, man. All right? Now, mind you, this was early 2000s. All right? You coming to Atlanta. First thing you see was like the So Def. That was like the most iconic, most memorable billboard you had in Atlanta. The Jermaine Dupri, So Def label, mascot, whatever you want to call it, right? And then somehow, some way, these random motherfuckers named BML puts up a big ass billboard in Atlanta. All right? Drawing unnecessary attention, doing what niggas do all the time. Getting to the top of criminal fucking royalty or criminal fame or whatever, and so on and so forth. And that's the straw that broke the camel's back. And from then on out, we see fucking investigation indictments. Motherfuckers get a whole bunch of time, RICO cases, all that good shit, so on and so forth, right? And Big Meech is probably the current crime syndicate, kingpin, whatever you want to call it, right? Nobody's mentioned more than him. Nobody. Most iconic one I think that directly like said it, and Jeezy was, he was a I don't want to say officially a part of BMF, but definitely affiliated with them, right? You always shouted out Meech, Meech this, Meech that, BMF, whatever, called him out. But Rick Ross, pretty much, I think I'm Big Meech, huh? Larry Hoover. You know what I'm saying? Put everybody's motherfucking on notice about who this dude was. And, his name became something of lore when it comes to the whole crime aspect of everything, right? So let me find this real quick. And just to get reference, wait, 1 second. Should be up. Let me see. Should be up. It's gonna come up. Okay, I gotta pick it. There you go. And let's go back over here so you guys can see it. Get my way. There we go. And there it is. Welcome home, Big Meech. Salute from LeBron James' official account, King James. Y'all see it. I promise school, LeBron James, they hunting us, they killing us, LeBron James. The the philanthropist, entrepreneur, father, husband, all these wonderful, great things and titles. NBA legend takes time out of his day to salute and welcome home Big Meech. Now, man, why you hating, man? Why you worried about that, man? He just giving salute to a real nigga. What's wrong with you, nigga? Oh, lame ass nigga. Oh, puss ass nigga. Oh, civilian ass nigga. Like, brother. Calm down. Listen. This just further supports my point of black people's infatuation with criminality. All right? There are several things, right? Intra-racially, I-N-T-R-A, not intra, meaning inside, okay? That black people need to take care of and deal with before we start, quote unquote, the white man and white supremacy and all this other shit and la. And somehow, some way, they always come back and blame it all on white supremacy and say, well, it's because of white supremacy that we have the mental condition that we have, and we do these things. And that, well, for how long do we get to use that excuse, man? How long? How long? How long do we get to use the excuse of the white man made it this way? So we don't have no choice. We don't have no decision but to struggle and scrape, get it out the mud, the gutter. It's just crazy to me how blackness is always synonymous with struggle, poverty, criminality. Struggle, poverty, criminality. All right. All right. And the most important of all those three being criminality. If you do not have the criminal aspect on your jacket, bro, you a pussy ass, hoe ass, broke ass, nobody ass nigga. This is how it is. The only way you get to transcend it is sports, right? Because the entertainment niggas that do it are, mainly rappers, and especially nowadays, they don't R&B no more for real. Even the R&B niggas is gang members. You know, Chris Brown out here doing Negro jutsu, twisting up your fingers and shit. All the R&B niggas is gangsters. So when you don't have the criminal aspect, you lose a major level of fucking respect. Which again, the criminal aspect of the black community makes up maybe 5%. If you want to double it, say 10. That's 10 is too high, but let's just say 10%. And somehow, some way, the other 90% that literally keeps the fucking community going, that literally makes you able to just do anything and function properly, are disrespected. All right? The everyday brother like you and me, you know what I'm saying? Get up, go to work. You ain't out here selling poison to your own neighborhood and families, and you got mamas out here motherfucking, sucking dick for motherfucking nowadays Fent. Y'all drug heads, be careful out here. I told you they putting fentanyl in everything but the water, nigga. All right, you better test that first too. Every motherfucking drug out here got fentanyl in it, man. Fuck around if you want to. Shout out to Chief Rock. Nigga, we got child support don't count, man. Because if you're Chief Rock, if you're on child support, that's because you a deadbeat. The only reason a black man is on child support is because he a deadbeat and he ain't doing what he's supposed to do. Not because of a vindictive bitch that, want to try to have some type of control over a nigga that no longer wants her, right? And she used the kids as a pawn in order to, But nah, Chief Rocker, all of us child support payers are just deadbeats, man. Right? So, listen, the bells, listen. Nobody tricked like drug dealing niggas, man. The drug dealers making it rain in the club possible. Drug dealers did that. Even before like the rappers and shit. BMF, man, I wasn't home, but I heard about the BMF shit, right? When it started happening or whatever. I was gone by then. Right? And bruh, just listen to Jeezy. Jeezy tell you the whole thing. Motherfuckers buying out the whole bar, throwing 250,000, $500,000 in the club, just you know what I'm saying? All that type shit, man. BMF was a movie every night they was in the club. Hell, Gucci even got a thing talking about how he wanted to be in BMF so bad. That's how big motherfucking BMF was back in the 2000s, that you had rappers popping niggas in Atlanta, right? Future fucking international artists and stars and everything, right? Like, damn, man, I want to be with these niggas. And again, these are already street niggas. But these were like, BMF was like the next level of street nigga, bro. Where you had street niggas wanting to be a part of just be affiliated and associated with these street niggas over here. Mind you, street niggas are not even from your streets. BMF and them one Atlanta niggas, they Detroit niggas. You feel me? Shout the truth over emotion. Say Big Meech home, man. Listen, hey man, it's a celebration, man. I heard the Traps was getting a motherfucking 30% off sale, man. When Meech came home, man. Traps. Hey, it was a Trappers holiday. That Rick Ross and Styles P song. No, it was. Oh yeah, he was popping way before 2010, way before 10. I say it was like shit. 03, somewhere between like 03 and 05. Because like I said, that shit was like after I left home. Is when like everybody knew the name. Everybody knew about BMF. When fucking Jeezy was talking about him, like I guess in every song. Well, American Negro News. That's I wonder. First professionals, then the rappers, then the drug dealers. Oh no. Everybody was going to ATL back in the day. Well, yeah. Hey, listen, man. Shout out to Atlanta, right? So a lot of people don't understand or don't know the history of Atlanta. They just know it since I guess post um Atlanta blew up post Olympics, right? 96 Olympics. 96 Olympics. That's why people bid so heavy and so hard to get events like the Olympics in your city. Bro, that's crazy. After the 96 Olympics, man, that's when people saw the opportunity for Atlanta. I don't know if when they did the expansion for Hartsfield, but I know since like 2000, especially like early 2000s. Hold on, let me see how long. Let me look it up real quick. Hartsfield International has been the busiest airport in the world for quite some time. I think it might have still been when I was in school, but let me check. I don't want to put it on the faucet. Since 98. Yeah, since 98. Since 1998, Hartsfield, Atlanta, right? Hartsfield Jackson, Atlanta Airport, ATL, has been the busiest airport. After fucking the Olympics came, bro, they started expanding. I want to say 75 went from maybe 6-lane highway to like 8, and now I think what 75 is like a 12-lane highway, both sides. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. It's either 12 or 14, right? I think it's off the top of my head. But again, remember, I'm 45 minutes to an hour south in Macon, Georgia, right? And my grandma would go up to this place in Atlanta to get her, her old people shoes. It was just that's the only place she could go. They didn't have the place down in Macon, so we take a drive to Atlanta. Listen to some good old Ozzy Brothers and Earth, Wind and Fire and all this shit, and so on and so forth, right? Take that drive over there to Atlanta. She get her shoes, and we might go get some food or whatever, and then come back, right? But literally seeing the boom of Atlanta, man, from it was Atlanta, and then of course you had college wise, Freaknik. Freaknik was a major thing. Atlanta is always been like I said a nigga capital, right? It's been a hub for a lot of the culture, right? From Freaknik to music to shit, just club influence, strip clubs. Atlanta is, you know, hey, it is what it is, man. Motherfucking legendary, right? So, yeah, and like I said, the Super Bowl, you definitely want to get the fucking Super Bowl. When you get the Super Bowl, when was the last time the Super Bowl was in Atlanta? I don't remember the last time Super Bowl was in Atlanta, but it should be coming up, especially that brand new stadium. Events like that, man, you want it to happen because again, it brings worldwide, right, global, international people to the city, and they look for opportunities, and expansion. A lot of expansion and stuff happens. So that's why you have these cities do all these bids and shit. But anyway, so Atlanta blows up after the Olympics. Um, just expansion, real estate, all these different things, so on and so forth, right? And the club scene, right? So you get the New York lyricism and all the other shit pretty much die out. And you got Lil Jon come through. Shout out to Lil Jon. Everybody forgets about Lil Jon, bro. Lil Jon and the crunk era, that shit paved the way right into the motherfucking trap, snap and trap era, right? You always had Outkast, but Outkast wasn't club music for real. It was some shit you could definitely bump to and listen to in your whip. But oh shit! Shout out to my man Larry Legend, man, for coming to remember. Greatly appreciate you, man. Community anthropology hit with 5 people. That's what it is. Shout out to community anthropology, brother. Greatly appreciate you. Hold on real quick. Let me see something. 'Cause I can't show it, but I can still. Where we at? Hold on real quick. One second. Shout out to him, man. Community Anthropology for the 5 gifted memberships, brother. I greatly appreciate you. 1 second. Should still be able to hear this, right? Let me see. Real quick. Give me a second. Try something. There we go. Cool. We still building this plane as we fly it, man. I greatly appreciate you. Shout out to Community Anthropology for the 5 memberships, brother. I greatly appreciate you, man. A1 Day 1 in the building. Now, Atlanta blew up post Olympics, right? You got Lil Jon come through. Lil Jon do the crunk shit, whatever. Then Usher has one of the greatest albums ever. That collab. So you get the crunk thing, the last fucking era of like true R&B for real. And then that turns into the Snap and Trap era, Laffy Taffy, My White Tee, all that shit, you know, club music, Soulja Boy. And then you get your Jeezys, your well, T.I. was already there, but T.I. wasn't mainstream yet. Even though I'm Serious was a great ass album. T.I., Jeezy, Gucci, Luda. Damn, Luda was already there too. Luda. Atlanta, bro, had fucking music, club music, chokehold, bro. Chokehold. All right. So BMF is making waves and making their fucking self known during this same time where you're having this big ass boom. And everybody now got to come through Atlanta to get popping, right? You got to come to Atlanta, bro. If you ain't coming through Atlanta, you ain't got a fucking beat from what Lil Jon was. People get Lil Jon's producer. Zaytoven. Metro wasn't around yet. Metro was still a kid then. But Zaytoven, who else? Oh shit. You get a shout out to Joe for subscribing. Greatly appreciate you, brother. Why always you get this nigga? Oh, DJ Drama mixtape, all that shit, right? So BMF gets his name, and everybody's talking about BMF, bro. Big Meech does a promo, pretty much, right? Let me see. Show y'all this shit again. 1 second. Pull it back up. And the crazy part about it, man, it's females out here, you know, celebrate Big Meech and shit. They like, yeah, you niggas ain't paying for the whole bottles. Y'all ain't spending no money in the club and all this other shit and la. And it's like, little baby, you know what you saying? Do you understand what you saying, little baby? Do you understand what you saying?
Them all. They hit my hoes. We hit them all. They hit my hoes, I hit they hoes. The ones that don't want to be shared, then that's your own personal one. Other than that, then we ain't falling out over no hoes. And we got all type of niggas around here. It's short niggas, tall niggas, bald niggas, light skin, dark skin, braids, dreads, fat, whatever you want, whatever a woman want, we got right here. See what I'm saying? So we get all kinds of women.
Hey man, you heard what he said. You heard what he said, man. You heard what Meech said. This also confirms we tell you, man, listen, I don't give a damn what you niggas say, bro. All right? To some degree, what you doing is for access to that pussy. To some degree, what you are doing is for access to that pussy. Ain't no way around it, man. I know, I'm not saying put it on a pedestal. I'm not saying worship it. I'm not saying overvalue it. I'm just being real as I always do. You niggas told me, oh, you don't need no pussy. Hey, nigga, speak for yourself. Speak for yourself, brother. All right? If you can go your life and live and never, get to the bottom ever again, hey, brother, hey, kudos to you. But this nigga told you all this shit just to say, hey, ladies, you know what we is. Any type of niggas you want. And hey, know we running these trains. You ain't no his hoe, it's our hoe. You hear me? And again, women out here, bro, not understanding, like, bro. That's why, you know what's crazy? Shout out to my 35 and up, right? Bro, people now don't even know what the club is. You know what I'm saying? Every club now is a section. If you go to the club, you ain't got no section, bro. It's like they purposely fucking do the shit to where the dance floor is small as fuck, right? Unless you in like a big ass fucking club like a Live or what's the other joint? Yeah, like a Club Live, like a branded shit or something. You know what I'm saying? Something that's like, for the most part, bro, dance floor, small as shit. All fucking everything's a fucking section. They overcharge you for fucking liquor. 500% markup, right? That's why I was like, bro, shout out to my vets, bro. Listen, I don't ever buy. That's why I don't understand. Oh, can you buy me a drink? What? Bitch, you didn't pass all them liquor stores before you got here? What? Bitch, I'm not even buying no drink in the club. I got a whole bottle outside that I killed fucking at least a quarter to a half of, depending on how long I know I'm gonna be here, or if I got to drive or not. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Cree, man. Cree, the lovely lady with the motherfucking money, man. Hey, man. Shout out to Cree, man. Always coming through showing love. Greatly appreciate you, love. Hey, man. All you guys memberships, please thank Cree for blessing you with it, and please maintain them for me, man. It's only for the $3, man. Only $3, man. I know you got them. Shout out to, again, as always, coming through, putting the club soda on it.
That's $25,000 alpaca. You block that shit. You don't rubble. Put the club soda on there.
You're too down with the gangy. You're one of my members.
Greatly appreciate you, Cree. And shout out to my man DeBell, man, for the 2. From the rooter to the tutor, nothing go to waste. Shout out to DeBell, man. Greatly appreciate you, brother. Yeah, man. Hey, listen, Eric, bruh. Oh my God, nigga. $300 parking, valet, all the bullshit or whatever. No, you can't park over there. Oh, it's $50 for that hat. No hats. You know you can't get in here with no hat. Niggas hit you for the 50 over the head just to get in the club with a hat, even though it's no hats. Security, motherfucking just. Oh my God, nigga. Security in itself was another level. Nigga, if you didn't know security, nigga, standing on line to get in the club, bruh, you just had to be there. Bitches was actually dancing, shaking ass on niggas, not just each other. You know what I'm saying? It was a beautiful thing. Beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, nigga. Hey, do me a huge favor, man. Let me see. Let's see here, man. Lights I got this. Hey, I need 20 likes, man. Hit me with them 20 likes, bro. We trying to get it up. We got it. I know, man. I know y'all used to this StreamYard shit. We got to do this vertical to get it in there, baby. We gotta do this vertical thing, man. Go ahead and build this shit up. This is the way to do it. YouTube, hey, we gotta play the game how the game is played, baby. VFW clubs. I don't know shit about that, Lorenzo Davis. I don't know about no VFW clubs, brother. I don't know nothing about that, man. Nothing about that. Every time I walk into a club, all my all my haters say hell no, dissing me like Mike Vick walking into a Petco. That's pretty good bars there, Nick. That's good shit, man. But yeah, man, I never see the club. Oh, no, truth over emotion. That's different, brother. You talking about Memphis? You talking about M-Town? You talking about M-Town? Orange Mound and Funky City? Klondike? Bro, that's brother. That's another level. Truth over emotions. There's somebody getting shot there every night, nigga. You in the club in Memphis during the fucking prime 3-6 Mafia days? No, bro. Yeah. You somebody getting shot. Y'all know they had a ban. They had a ban on motherfucking 3-6 Mafia and Lil Jon for a little minute, bro, because niggas pretty much found out what the white folks call it, y'all. When the white folks go out and they turn the music on and everybody just start fighting and shit. What they call that shit? What's the white version of yeah, Prime? Prime. You gonna die in Memphis, nigga. You gonna die in Memphis. Motherfuckers get Purple Hearts for just going to the club in 2000 in Memphis, nigga. Yeah, mosh pit, Andre. Yeah, mosh pit. Yeah, the nigga version of a mosh pit, nigga. Somebody getting killed. Nigga, we had no boots. Remember, no Timbs, because niggas were getting stomped out. Remember that shit where Jesus said, "Stomp a nigga ass out till they turn the lights on." Nigga, that was real shit, nigga. No Timbs. Motherfucker, what was it? When they killed the Timbs, Creative Recreation, something Recreation. What was the one with the fucking wings on it? It was something Recreation. They survived off of that. They boomed. That whole brand of shoe that was like a casual fucking, I don't even know what the fuck to call it, but I think it was like Creative Recreation or whatever. That shit blew up because they banned motherfucking Timbs in clubs. Yeah, Nike boots. Yeah, no. No, they got all them shits, bro. Shout out to Will's Wardrobe. Great appreciate you, brother, for the 2. Wing Cafe, where? Where at Will's Wardrobe? Which one? Yeah, Creative Recreation. Prime, they did. They banned motherfucking, I was in VA, nigga. They banned Timbs in fucking VA. You couldn't get in the club with them Timbs on, bro. You couldn't get in the club. Yeah, no. You couldn't get in the club with them Timbs on, bro. For a little minute. Oh, you talking about, and make it? No. Wing Cafe got, well, you know what? No, I think I might have. I'm trying to remember where it was. I might have been there. Oh, yeah. No, yeah, that was before then, Prime. Yeah. Talking about like 05, 06, what? 06, 07. But, yeah, man, just the club, what's the name? So you put Big Meech in the mix, and things of legend are made. It's crazy, like I said, man. The holy trinity of the black community, quote unquote, the community, if you want to call it. You got the church, you got the barber / beauty shop, and the nightclub. Okay, barber and beauty is all in one. Okay. I'm not really throwing up. I'm intertwining. Don't put the wrong things together. I want you niggas do no drive-by on me. Okay, barber and beauty pretty much go together, especially nowadays since they have them both in. They literally combine them. In the same building. But church, barber, beauty, club, nightclub, right? You know, the club that everybody go to see the same niggas they done seen all week, all year, all month, all day. The motherfucking waste their motherfucking money to overspend on some shit that, you know, like I said, it's like a fifth of the price that you go pay for it outside the fucking club. Hey, but it is what it is. So now, just to get in the club, you got to pay. To be able to like comfortably even have a place to sit, you got to pay, right? Even if you standing and you got like look like you know what I'm saying, the tall tables, nigga, they'll not have chairs there, and they got the table. For you to get the table just to stand around, nigga, you got to pay for that. So nah, bro, Pop passing 96. Pop passing 96. Or was it 94? And then Biggie was 96. Nah, Andre, hell no. They same. They ain't no separate ones. They the same down here. Oh, lucky. I go to lounges. A normal section is 5K out here. Yeah, you in Cali. Yeah, Cali's crazy. Cali, New York, Chicago, Atlanta, any place like that in a major name club, bro. Yeah, even a section is stupid. Yeah, Pop was 96. Big and appreciate you, Prime. I knew Pop was like 96. Oh, Vegas. Oh, my bad, Lucky. Your ass talking about going to Vegas like he was on a trip. You just went outside. Find out. Your ass talking about a trip to Vegas and you ain't no trip for you if you live there, girl. But now, hey, I got a shit, man. I don't know. I got too many other places. I'm gonna have to hit Vegas up again. But Vegas is dope, man. Hey, Vegas is actually cheap too, bro. If you go during the week, you go to Vegas during the week, bro. You get a damn hotel room at like shit $30, 30, $40. I think it's like Tuesday through Thursday or some shit like that. You go out there for during that time, bro. Hey, dirt cheap to go to fucking Vegas, bro. Yeah, Miami. Yeah, Miami same way. Miami's crazy, bro. Oh yeah, CJ, what's up, man? Yeah, that's right. Oh my bad, Lucky. You right. So you did. I stand corrected. You said they took a trip. Okay. Yeah. Okay. No, I'm talking about the hotels. Lucky, yes, the hell it is. If you go, I'm telling you, they even tell you that. If you go to Vegas, where did I stay? What's the pyramid joint? What's the pyramid casino? Is it Luxor? I think it's Luxor. Is it Luxor? No, not the clubs. Yeah. So Luxor. I'm talking about I'm not talking about the clubs. No. I'm talking about to get there. Yeah, I'm talking about I'm talking about the stay, not the clubs. No. I'm talking about the stay. If you go during the week, like Tuesday through Thursday or something, you get really, really cheap hotel prices. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the clubs. You right? Y'all right on that. Hell, the show's not even cheap. When Usher was there, I started the motherfucker go to the when I was there when I got back 2022. I started to go to the fucking Usher show, but then I was like, Lucky Marie, shit, this shit was fine with me. That shit was great for me. Lost a little money I won in the casino, but hey, it is what it is. But so the whole purpose and what I'm talking about here today, right? And we got 118 people in the chat, man. I greatly appreciate y'all. Hit the like button for me. You know what's crazy? See if I can do some shit. Let me check something out. Cause I should be able to. Give me a second. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me try something. Play with something real quick. Hey, somebody do me a favor. Hit this link. Hit the link for me, real quick. Play around with something. It didn't show up as a link. Yeah, I mean YouTube. It should have showed up as a link. Hold on. Oh, you gonna have to copy and paste it. It's different. Why don't want it show up as a link though? Hmm, that's weird. Let me see something. All right, cool. Let me. All right, somebody's here. 1 second. Yo, Dr. Hood, what up? Can you hear me?
Yo,
You can hear me? Can't hear me? Oh shit, hold on. Can you hear me?
yeah, I hear you.
I bet. All right, so let me see something real quick. Give me a second.
Now I'm on my computer though. That's probably why it let me click the link. That vertical be funny.
Vertical, yeah, this is the vertical shit. Why don't you hit the link? Hold on, let me see something real quick. Let me see. Give me a second. I'm trying to play with something quick. And they can make sure they can still hear me on here. Yeah, cool. All right, so and let's do this. So now it should be able to. Well, nah, shit. Say something again, Dr. Hood.
Yep.
I bet. Yeah, cool. Hey, so hey man, yeah, so hey, this shit even so we can still do StreamYard, right? From here. So if you guys want to join the link, bro, hit the link. You want let me see. Hold on. Here we go. Wow, hold on. Let me change this. Shit, comments. Cool. Actually, let me just maximize this.
What you got it streaming on 2 different joints or something?
Nah, so I'm using there you go. Cool there. Wow. There you go. Hold on. All right. Let me see what it look like. So yeah, I'm doing YouTube with the vertical, and I just put the link in the thing for StreamYard. So now y'all can join on StreamYard, and we can talk or whatever. People can join. Otherwise, like I said, it's weird because the vertical shit I can't add it. You know what I'm saying? But I can open up this box in the thing that way so we can, if people want to join the link or join the panel, we can still do the panel. So I can do the panel from um StreamYard. I mean from StreamYard. From vertical, I mean. So what's up with you, man? What you got? You got any experience with the Atlanta club scene?
Yeah. No, I was down there probably about the time you was talking about in the timeline,
Uh-huh.
a little bit before that started cracking off. Matter of fact, they were talking big about Soldier Boy when I was down there. So I didn't know who he was. It was like he's gonna be a big thing. But around them times, they definitely took the club scene to another level. I can't disagree with that.
Let me see. Hey, so the people that's trying to do it on the phone, you should be able to copy and paste it. You can't the link. You won't be able to click the link. It's not a hyperlink, and I'll look and see why is it a hyperlink. Why the hyperlink
Now they
isn't
got to
showing up?
manually put that shit in.
Yeah, you have to copy and paste that shit and then put it in your browser, and you should be able to work then. Let me see. It's got to be some settings I got on this motherfucker though. Let me see something real quick.
They got to fix that. It's just a glitch. It'll be right in like a month. You know how it go.
Smitty, what's up, fam? But yeah, man. This whole thing, bro, you're gonna have one or two people up in this mode. Well, no. You gotta have people. If people click the link, it'll be straight. It'll be the whole thing. I had a whole panel. I got a whole 10 if they had a thing. You can't copy and paste none of that shit. You gotta type this shit out. Hold on, man. Let me play with some shit then. Pause. Hold on. Let me see something. Let me see. Why the hell is it not? Oh, you know what? I know what it was. Let me try it this way. I know where I fucked up at. Let me do this. Hold on. Should be a link now. Hold on. Give me a second. Because I did it in the what's the name thing, not the actual. Hold on. Hold on. Should be good now. In a second. Let's see. Should be good now. In a second.
Yeah, they got to fix that.
Wow. Nope. There you go. Hold up. That should be it. Let's see. Did it show up? Nope. Still not showing up as a fucking link. Why the fuck will it give me a link on this shit? In the meantime, between time, man, give me my motherfucking likes. Let me see something. Let's see if I can pin it, right? Pin it. Yeah, that shit won't fucking what's name? That's some trash shit right there, bro. Jesus Christ. Probably them hating, so you can't be able to do it on there like that easy from the phone, I guess. Oh well. We'll work it out. People that's on the computer though, y'all can join the panel if you want. So now, man, the like I said, you got the holy trinity of black businesses. You know, your church, barber, beauty salon, and you got the club. So when the whole club scene went from what it was to what it is now, you have a big ass, I don't know, man, just vacuum, right? Because now clubs are dying, and people complaining about all this different shit because niggas go to the club for women, right? If the women or at the club they're not paying attention to the men, what niggas gonna go to the club for? And I remember, man, like I said, bro, I was in the club in the heyday of motherfucking tall tees, throwback jerseys, fitteds, snapbacks wasn't even fucking a thing then, bro. Snapbacks was like lame as hell. Fitteds,
Yeah.
What, nigga, capri shorts,
airbrush joints.
airbrush tees, Jordans. Hey, the designer fucking Jordans, niggas. Like, bro, it was a time, man. And like you said, bro, that was everywhere. I've been everywhere up the East Coast from Florida all the way up to what, like Baltimore? Yeah, that's probably how. Well, yeah, because I never went to like New York for the clubs and shit like that. But yeah, man, it was just wild. And to see everything turn into what it turns in now, you know, hey, you had to be there, bro. But LeBron's a year, just like 11 months younger than me because he was 84, right? So for LeBron to shout out this dude, bro, again, that at the end of the day, listen, we all know how the game go. And from what we understood, I don't think he really got hit with nothing too crazy. He just got hit with a RICO. So drug, money laundering. I don't think they had no murder charges, no bodies, no crazy shit like that, so on and so forth. Basically, the same shit Thug going through or whatnot right now. And he was the guy, right? So when you have that guy, um go and do, and let's see, how long did he do? Did he do 20 years? Was it 20? I don't think it couldn't have been 20.
At least 15 to 20.
Yeah, because like you gotta think, 2000 something, 2005. So yeah, it was damn near 20 if he didn't do 20. If anybody know how many days he did? I mean, not days, I mean month, years. I'm pretty sure it was like 20, damn near 20. So, um, oh my God, Lucky Marie, your stud ex. See, shout out to Lucky, baby. We glad you came on home, baby. See, damn studs, these the nigga pretender niggas. Mm. Lucky, why are there never any gentlemanly studs? Lucky, can you tell us that? Can you tell us why you ain't got no studs that wear a nice suit and polo and khakis? Why all the studs want to be hood niggas? They want a hood nigga. Can y'all tell us why? Can we figure that out?
E-Dub said he did the 19 piece.
Oh, he did 19. Okay, yeah, so he got out like a year early. I ain't lying. 17 out of 30. Okay. 17 out of 30. 30. 30-year sentence. Cool. And shit. You know what's crazy? Shit. I don't know if he fell up under like the First Step Act, but shit, it'll be crazy if it did, if he got his time cut because of that. Cause you know what? The First Step Act fucking cut down time greatly for like drug offenses and shit like that, so on and so forth. During Trump's during Trump's run. So I wonder if that was yeah, I wonder. Well, nah, man, listen, LeBron can't play both sides of the fence, bro. You can't be this black activist and all this other shit and so on and so forth, and then again praise a guy that pumped drugs into the community, the benevolent drug dealer, nigga. You can't do that. I told y'all, I just don't understand that. I don't understand the infatuation with the benevolent drug dealer. The nigga motherfucking sell drugs 363 out of days out of the year. All right. And then for 2 of them days to give out turkeys. And he might do like a book bag drive in the summertime. All right. So what's that? 362? So for 362 days out of the year, this nigga is literally poisoning and destroying the community at its core. All right. And yet still he's legendary. And again, it didn't just start with Meech. Same thing was with Rick Ross, Frank Lucas, Nicky Barnes, Alpo, Rich Porter, Rayful Edmonds. Who am I missing? It's somebody that was down here in Florida. I can't remember. But again, all these people that be doing these fucking podcasts nowadays, telling about
I got a little pushback.
Go ahead.
Little pushback.
Go right ahead.
So what about all the other dudes? Because we talking about the black community and everything. We all know that if you're moving drugs on that magnitude, all those drugs, they're not just going into the black community, they're going into all communities, for one. And for two, what about all the other dudes in the community that just kind of sit back and do nothing? Like everybody always talk about how black people don't get their fair share and all of this, but who's willing to take the risk to actually go get the bag though? You feel me? At the end of the day, now we can look at the mob and how they did, they're able to have a footprint on economics and shit today. And that's because somebody somewhere felt like they was being treated a certain way and they didn't just sit there and lay down, but they did shit, rather if it was against the law or not. Like at the end of the day, you got to have some type of balls out here. You know what I'm saying?
No,
And I'm not promoting criminality, but Meech wasn't one of the ones that just sit back and complain about what the fucking black community ain't getting, in reparations,
I got you.
like we always talk about.
No, so my rebuttal to that would be, well, okay, we got Robert F. Smith and the brother, I forget what his name was. He's the richest black man in the world right now. Let me see. African American dude. He surpassed him. I think he's worth 11 billion. 1 second. I mean, shit, we can even just stick with LeBron and the athletes and shit, but that's very, very small. You got a very, very small chance of becoming them. But anybody can be, you know what I'm saying? You have a much better chance of becoming Robert F. Smith than LeBron James and Michael Jordan. So give me a second. Let me see. What's his name? Well, maybe so these niggas. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, here you go. This guy right here. I can find him. So I think is it David Stewart? It has to be him. And I guess they say he surpassed Robert S. Smith some kind of way. Worldwide technology. Yeah, that's who it is. So yeah, that's who it is. So they're saying David Stewart, that was going viral. Oh shit. Yo, CJ, what up? Can you hear me?
What's good? What's good?
All right, great,
Yeah,
great.
can you
Cool.
hear me?
Yeah, for sure. So yeah. So my rebuttal to that would be there are plenty of other ways legally, especially nowadays in the day of information, you know what I'm saying, technology and all these other things that you can do in order to make money versus go the criminal route. Now, mind you, like I said, we're talking Meech and everything. Let's go 2000s and earlier, right? Even then still,
Right.
you can't you can't applaud someone, right? And you can't benefit one person benefit, everybody else suffers. If one man becomes rich and becomes, this just wealthy and all this other shit, so on and so forth, but is that literally at the lives and the livelihoods of everybody around him, it's making everybody else, die a slow death or go to jail and all this other shit, so on and so forth. That's counterproductive, man. And we can say, okay, well, he just went up and he got it. Cool, fine. American way. And like you said, there's been the mob. There's been different crime syndicates and all the different things and whatnot, what have you. The only difference is they do not praise those groups of people. Now people gonna say the Italians, no, even the Italians praise the fucking mob. They was afraid of the mob. The fucking Hollywood made the Italians this whole thing and the Italian mafia, this big thing or whatever. Because remember, up until who was it? Who was it that fucking broke the mob? Because what's the dude that died and they can't find him? They said pretty much he was covering it up. But somehow, some way, that's allegedly, or it's a conspiracy theory to saying that one of the reasons why he ended up uh damn, why I can't think of his fucking name? Um what's his name, man?
I know who you talking about.
They say he buried up under the fucking home plate in New York City in the New York Yankee Stadium. Hoover. Jimmy Hoffa. No, yeah, Jimmy. Is it Jimmy Hoffa or Hoover? Hoffa. No, yeah, Jimmy Hoffa. That's who it is. Shout out to Afro Nerd. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, Jimmy Hoffa. That's who it is. Right? Yeah, Hoffa. So Hoffa was either FBI, CIA, whatever the fuck he was or whatever, right? And was pretty much working around the shit. Allegedly had a deal with them in order to keep it to the point of where he wasn't pressing it and he wasn't chasing after him. When it came to the point of where, and shit, we covered this on the 10 for Tuesdays. United States was actually using the fucking mob as like spies, like over in Italy and shit, so on and so forth. But we talked about it. That's another thing for another day. So, the praise and the fame that the mob got, it wasn't Italian people. Shit, them motherfuckers was terrorizing them too, and running shit, and so on and so forth, right? It was American cinema making a profit off of it. So when it's a false equivalency when you say, oh well, yeah, white people praise the mob and gangsters and all this other shit. No, they don't. They don't. They don't praise the fucking serial killers. They don't put those people at a fucking high regard because they don't want that to be the representation of them. I mean, just think about it, right? Name the celebrity that celebrated any, I guess, famous criminal white person of note getting out of jail. Can't do it.
Well, can
Can't
we
do it.
agree that Meech got too much time for a nonviolent? It's a nonviolent offense. He's selling drugs.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I say, right? So, is it really nonviolent? That's the question I ask. People make that argument all the time, and we know the drug game is not nonviolent, bro, at all. But niggas get killed over anything. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Dudes get killed drunk driving. Like, so is there
Yeah,
more
I feel
people
you.
dying because of drug driving or what Meech was doing? You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
well, that's what I'm saying. Well, more likely than not, a drunk driver, you're gonna kill one person or a car full of people, right? Unless it's like a school bus full of kids or some shit, which is extremely, extremely rare, right? So if you're a drunk driver and you kill one person, which I'm not belittling that, it's still a horrible, horrific thing. It's nothing compared to a person that's a drug kingpin that has reached of thousands of people, thousands. You know what I'm saying? Thousands. Possibly, like I said, for the amount and the years and the shit that he did, you know what I'm saying? Tens of thousands. The amount of money he made when you see that he talks about, the money just, just whatever. I mean, shit, I remember it was one story of a person saying they bought a old, like one of the old BMF Escalades or some shit, like limousines. And they said the compartment motherfucking popped open and had like, how many tens of thousands of fucking dollars in the shit. You feel me? So the whole thing
Yeah.
is when you say it's a nonviolent crime, is it really? And a victimless crime. And I hate that they came up with that theory because just think, right? One of the biggest atrocities that ever happened to the black community, quote unquote, was the crack era, right? You lost a substantial amount of men, right, to either drugs themselves, dealing drugs, or being killed by drugs, being strung out, being locked up, all these different things. So how victimless is the crime if it had such an impact in the 80s to where, like you said, it took a substantial amount of being out of the community, had the highest rates of black male incarceration like ever, and then like the devastation on just the neighborhoods. That's really where the I guess the foothold was set for the matriarchy. You got all these niggas out here either selling dope, right? And the mama's letting it happen because they ain't got no other way and they don't really care. They just know it's money coming in. They know that they know that little Calvin ain't going to motherfucking Calvin ain't working at motherfucking McDonald's. She know that. But she ain't gonna ask no questions because she benefiting. So you start the trend or the you know, of letting illegal shit go through. Right? Shit. Jeezy told you shit. He always put his mama find his stash, he always put his mama on, put his hands on his own mama, man. She knew he was selling dope, but again, because she was benefiting from him selling the dope and her being able to, probably sneak a little toot here and there. You know what I'm saying? A high. That's what I'm saying. So for LeBron James to do this, man, it's just that's what I'm talking about, right? When you what LeBron James represents for the black community, and for him to celebrate, you know, now, this was someone that was questionable about, what they did and so on and so forth, and it was a questionable arrest and all these different things. Cool, fine, right? And I'm not saying Big Meech is just the worst thing ever, because like I said, to my knowledge, I don't even think they charged him with. I don't know if they charged him with a murder in his RICO, right? I don't think it was anybody's involved. I think it was just money laundering, drugs, all this stuff, whatever, so on and so forth, right? Who knows? But anybody that knows the details, man, let me know. But still, for him to have been and then just blatant with it, you know, that's a whole nother thing of it, another part of it. But because that wasn't his fault, that's what was celebrated. So when you celebrate that aspect of and make that not just celebrate it again, the criminality aspect is something that you have to be respected in the black community and for black people That's the major
That's
problem. Go ahead.
I disagree with that.
Okay. How so?
Yeah, and I didn't want to derail it. I
No,
know
you don't have to
CJ
derail
trying
it. You don't have to derail, bro. We know we do this all the time, man. Ain't nothing different, bro.
because
Speak your mind.
I hear you say that. That's one of your things. You like to say that, and that's not true.
Okay.
Like there's so many hood guys that admire square dudes with that job, and like my cousin, we grew up same way. He's a lieutenant at the fire station.
Mm-hmm.
The other one's a crew chief down at the city.
Okay.
These guys are successful dudes. That's admired. They don't get looked at no different. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
if you
but
go home or you getting old, you want to take care of your family. The hood never frowns upon that.
yeah, but Dr. Hood, I think you. And this is why I think we're saying the same thing, but I guess a little different. We older, bro. We're older. So for us, yeah, it was in the thing where you would have I know for a fact the drug dealers, the niggas would be like, hey, then get your ass off the street. What you out here for? You know what I'm saying? You smart, you this, you good, you can play football, you can play basketball, you whatever. I catch your last, I have a beat your motherfucking ass, right? That was a thing back when we were kids. Like, you know what I'm saying, in our generation. This generation now, no. It's motherfucking jump off the porch or you pussy nigga, you a whole nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you not doing that, and again, even furthermore, like I said, the women, right? So again, it's this thing going viral right now on Twitter yet again. The girl saying she's done with her hood nigga phase or whatever, and and I'm ready to settle down with a real man and some stability and all this other shit. And it's like, no, bitch, no, stay out there, stick to the motherfucking traps and the bandos that you used to, baby. No, don't try to come over here now and get benefits and get you know stability and a nice soft soft girl life or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? The soft era life. No, no, baby. You should have been with that early, right? And building up something to something better as we get old and we grow old together. So that's why again, even back then, you had so many other young black boys going into the street shit because that's what the hoes like. Like I said, it's all come back around to the thing. Like Big Meech or whatever was just personification of nigga personification of niggification, bro. All right, may the best nigga win. The nigga lander syndrome. The nigga that's got the flashiest car, the best jewelry, throw the most money in the club, all this other shit, right? When
Okay,
who?
so he did
So just real quick. So LeBron James has been in the um NBA for 20 years now, right? Actually, it might be 21. It's 21, 2003. Yeah, so it's 24. So 21 seasons. LeBron James going to his 21st season of the NBA, right?
that.
How many times has LeBron James hopped on Twitter or Instagram or whatever and welcomed home fucking troops from the war? How many times has he fucking got on here and sent out condolences to a a black police officer killed in the line of duty? You feel me? And you at the height of everything, you celebrate again a person that's a drug, not like I said, I'm not saying a drug dealer, you know what I'm saying, drug kingpin coming home, and you somehow overlook all the, you know what I'm saying. That's what we saying.
I think it's more of
Man.
the transition that he's celebrating. He's coming out of this undesired place, and he's able to change his whole life, and plenty of people around him, their life. Based on his story. You know, regardless if we like it or not. His story is very valid. You know,
No,
as
it's
to
his
how
story.
he
Like I
grew
said,
up,
I'm not
the
arguing
things
that.
he went through,
No,
and then
I'm not
he's able
arguing
to.
that. Like I said, all like the same way that the Gambino family or whoever their story was told. Cool, fine, I understand it. It was, and I don't have no problem with him getting his money. Like I said, I've been said it. Like I'm shout out to Big Meech, get your money, bro. You out, you served your time, you served your debt to society. Cool, fine, all right. And like I said, as I know, it wasn't anything crazy. He went out here touching kids. He went out here, taking no pussy. He wasn't being no pussy crook. None of no shit like that. Hey, sold drugs, right? What I'm saying though is we have to move away from that being a person of lore and a representation of blackness. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's the criminality aspect of it now is just growing and growing and growing. I think this year, especially if this thing turns out the way it's going to turn out politically, black men have a opportunity to literally shift the whole direction of the black community as a whole, right? If this thing goes the way it goes, and you have, I say, 25% or more black men vote out from the Democratic Party, right? 25+% black men vote out of the Democratic Party. That right there would be major, right? And that would show that black men have a better understanding and are in the process of no longer just following behind, the way it's always been or what the expectations are. We're thinking for ourselves. We're doing these different things. Again, I can't remember the last time of where, the Italian people, praised the mafia boss. I don't know. And now all these motherfuckers damn near dead anyway. It's some dude I see now. He got like a YouTube channel and he talks about shit or whatever. La la la. Yeah, onesies, twosies, cool, fine. But there's not a group of Italian people out here, just shouting them on, shouting them out and yeah, man, yeah, the Gotti, fucking John Gotti Jr. is boxing Floyd Mayweather. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the last time I've heard of anything of note of like anybody that's related to the Italian mob.
But I don't think it's the criminality, because there's a lot of good dudes that sell dope, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna just be real with you. They family men. They help people out. They got good hearts. That's just what they do, bro.
My boy is trying hard.
So Meech just might be that good of a dude, though.
My boy is
Bro,
trying hard.
Wild.
Y'all hear me? Y'all hear me right now? My boy is trying hard to defend his degenerate behavior.
Go ahead, CJ. You got it, man.
Come on, big dog. It ain't that. He is trying hard, man. He reaching.
Hey, he not reaching for. Hey, listen. Shout to Dr. Hood, man. I know Dr. Hood. We been on Platts like 3 years ago.
Oh yeah.
So hey, Dr. Hood is official. Like I say, his name Dr. Hood for a reason. So I respect the brother. Like I say, I respect you guys. That we need this, right? But go ahead, CJ, and then I'll hop in after you get done.
Man, I don't know why he trying so hard to defend this shit. Like, I'm from the hood too. I'm from Inglewood. Feel me? Been shot twice. Shot at 6 years old. This shit is unacceptable. Feel me? Like, he trying to make it seem like it's a benefit coming out of it. It's not that much of a benefit coming out of it. It's more of a detriment than a benefit. But I don't know why he's trying to make it seem like it's a lot of motherfuckers out here helping niggas, helping people. These drug dealers are so wholesome. They out here saving communities. Like, get the fuck out of here. What is you talking about, bro?
The benevolent drug dealer, man. But that's what I'm saying.
Benevolent. He's trying to prove this shit with his soul. He like, these niggas are benevolent. But like,
that's cool. Bro. That's cool. But was it a tweet? Like, because did he write a book about Meech? Like, was it just a tweet though?
Right.
I'm not sure.
No, it was just a tweet.
So why is it a big deal who he tweets that come home?
Well, again, that's what I'm saying. So that Dr. Hood, that's why I gave you the example of when did he do that for a lost police officer killed in the line of duty? When did he do that for the last Army battalion? What you see what I'm saying?
See, that's the part of the argument from the opposing side that I would respect, right? I respect that.
Yeah,
I respect that.
And my thing. Did. Now go ahead.
In past tweets, then you gotta, that cancels each other out, right? So I think it's just
if he has, like I said, if he is, hey, you're right. Well, if he did it on the same side, the last thing I knew him to talk about was the activism stuff when you had, I think it was what was the brother's name down in Georgia, that Ahmaud Arbery and of course George Floyd, right? So he spoke out on those things, right? He
Right.
spoke about those, but again, still in those situations, like I said, there's been plenty. There was of note. There was a black police officer um that was shot and killed. I want to say beginning of summertime. Pretty bad situation, right? And again, for you to use your platform to being at the level where you are. Listen, man. LeBron James, from a sports personality, what's name? I don't think there's not well American sports. I guess because soccer's totally different. You got Ronaldo and them. That's a whole nother level, right? But LeBron James from American sports, what's name? Clearly the most popular sports personality still, even 20 years running, right? Um,
Right.
so for him to take his platform, right? And this is what we talk about, like you have a responsibility, right? You have a responsibility to yourself because whether we like it or not, and whatever your opinion of LeBron James is a representation of black men. He's one of these people that everyone will put forth and they say, "Hey, this is a black guy right here." And for the most part, great example. Hey, he's never been in any type of criminality. Great father. He's married. He's a husband. Even though he got caught out here trying to holler at them white girls a couple times, but that never came of it. And allegedly he got a baby out here, a side baby. But they say Jordan got a side baby. So who knows? All right, just
Yeah.
allegedly, right? But
Bill Clinton.
still,
You know,
huh?
Bill Clinton.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So, but he is a representation of black men. So when he does this, it's just like it just makes us all look bad because he's one of the first people that you're going to think of and everyone knows of as a black man, bro. And like I said, it's just is it the worst thing in the world? No, I'm not saying LeBron like committed a fucking cardinal sin, bro. Hang him, get him out of here. No. I'm just saying he literally and like I said, LeBron will be 40 this year, right? He's literally what an example of just how
Yeah.
much of a stronghold that the praise of criminality has
Yes.
on black people.
Champion
That,
degenerate behavior.
yeah,
Big
it's
champion.
just what I mean.
But
It's
we
just a part of it of where you have to acknowledge that aspect of it. And like I'm with you. Listen, it's motherfuckers I knew that were in the street. Some people I still know that are in the street. And it's like, hey, it's no beef, it's no whatever. It's like, hey, what's up, bro? I see you. Hey, man, you good? Yeah, you good? We going about our way. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm gonna be out here be a fucking Batman and go out here and rid the fucking neighborhood of crime. No, nigga, that's what the police for. The police get paid to do that shit, right? What I'm saying though is, at the same time, that person knows that like, hey, look, I ain't got no smoke with you. You ain't got no smoke with me. But keep that shit over there. You feel me? Don't bring that shit over to where I'm at. You know who my people is and so on and so forth. Don't bring that shit to my people. Cause then now what I'm saying, I'm obligated as the man, the person that I am to what my family is and whatever, to, what I'm saying, hey, have a problem. Because now you're affecting something, what I'm saying, that belongs to me.
But that's a lot of dudes we got to dig up, bro. I know CJ, this ain't gonna be the most popular thing to said on the panel today, but bro, how many other people said fucking happy birthday or welcome home or like, come on, man.
I got you. I
That's
got you.
I
But
think
but
I think
none of
it's a
those people are
LeBron thing,
LeBron James.
dog.
Yeah, no,
Because
exactly.
it's
Nobody else is LeBron James. Listen,
man,
it was rumored that he got out, and it was like, shout out to Will's Wardrobe. Will's Wardrobe hit me up and said, hey, Meech out, right? And I was like, nah, you the first person to tell me because I was out of the country. So then when I see fucking LeBron James tweet the shit, I was like, well, it's definitely official. But do you know what you had to do for LeBron to fucking like, get his
tweet
people to
this shit out.
confirm and go
Exactly.
around and from his official fucking Twitter page say, hey, welcome home, Big Meech. That's wild, man. It's crazy.
Oh
Now,
yeah.
I'm not saying that Big Meech should have got if they gave him 30 years or whatever. I think that's hey, that's a little crazy, right? You know what I'm saying?
yes.
Do I believe you should be doing a life sentence for drugs? No, I don't believe you should be doing a life sentence for drugs. But at the same time, I don't agree
And
with
then
it being called a victimless crime or you know what I'm saying?
a
Or no,
lot of us did, mandatory minimums, 5, 10 years, 20-year sentences on small possession amounts of crack cocaine and stuff. Like, that's a big stifle. So If you're looking at a guy that gets convicted of a drug crime, which is a non-violent crime, either how you guys want to look at it or not. You know, he didn't hit nobody upside the head. He didn't do nothing like that. Didn't shoot nobody. You know, and
my bad.
they're decriminalizing that. I'm from Seattle, bro. They like just months ago, you get caught with whatever. Like you're not even going to jail, bro. You could openly in public use drugs, fentanyl, people dying all over the place, bro. And that's because it affected the white community, so they had to decriminalize it. When it's us, they never talk about a mental health crisis and all of this. It was just crackheads lined up around the block like zombies, but that's not a mental health crisis. But when it happens to the white community and they strung the fuck out now, right? Now we decriminalize it. We take it out, the Blake law, look it up. They taking all those possessions off of people's record. But that already fucked me up. I was trying to get into college. I can't get into college with that. So they think they doing us a favor now by taking that off my record. I'm in my 40s now. You should have took it off my record way back in the day, because that was nothing to criminalize somebody for. And people getting caught every single day getting let free for the worst.
Well, no, hey, man. Unfortunately, sometimes that's how the shit work out, right? Just as they say, the wrong time, right? The wrong time period, the wrong generation.
We crying about it. We crying.
Huh?
I'm just telling you what we crying about it. We black and we crying about it, right?
What you mean? What you mean by crying?
I mean, that's the whole narrative. The black people, we crying about the situations, just because I'm trying to educate and show, what the scale is, what it's hitting for out here,
Oh, no. Well, I see what you're saying. You're saying people outside of black people saying we crying about it? I got you. Okay, good. Wait. Well, no. And like you said, a lot of people don't know about the what it was 10, it was like 10-1, right? Or 15-1. The fucking, and it's still not even 1-1. The crack cocaine to powder cocaine rule, bro. Like you said, that shit there was found to be racist and extremely biased. And like you said, it's the same for it to literally be the same fucking thing, bro. Crack cocaine, cocaine, same exact motherfucking shit. You just got one added a fucking base to it, add some fucking baking soda. No different what's the name, like you said, because you're more apt to find crack cocaine in the fucking black community, black neighborhood. They gave you more years. I think it was 10-1, right? I think it was 10-1 ratio, if I remember right.
Crazy.
Yeah, crazy, extremely. But like you said, man, at the same time, if you play, hey, sometimes you got to pay. Either you got to be good enough to not get caught, or hey, it's all your fault. I'm just saying. But let me get my man Afro Nerd in here, man. Appreciate your brother for coming up, man. What you got for us?
Oh, all right, man. Always, man. I like what you're doing on YouTube. I tell you, man, I'm in a kind of a sorts about this, out of sorts about this whole thing. It seems to be just a theme with us. With LeBron James, it is disappointing, but at the end of the day, this is like a 60 year plus problem. One of my heroes, probably you gentlemen as well, Malcolm X. Now, this is something there's a video clip that to me is in my head on repeat when he talked about entertainers and sports figures being leaders in the black community, like that no other ethnicity deals with that. And we're still dealing with it. Kamala goes to Meg Thee Stallion, now Usher, all these people that I would qualify as minstrels, really. And we really have not drawn a line in the sand with entertainers and sports figures really being the spokespersons for black people. If we just all of a sudden just kind of made that not cool in quotes, we could get a better handle on how things really are, how we're really dealt. We're dealt an unfair hand when we have people who really aren't necessarily that well educated, not well versed, not sharp at all. I like LeBron. I really do. I like some of our sports folks, but when you compare them to the sports figures of old, the Jackie Robinsons and even the Willie Mays and Jim Brown, those people that were just, kind of straight up and masculine when times were far rougher for black people. They just don't compare. And all I see is people who just really shouldn't be saying much of anything. So I'm not shocked that he shouted out Big Meech Big Meech, that's I don't know I don't know where we go with that. If we're not going to exalt the black scientists, the economists, the lawyers, this is straight up black folks. We don't do that. We go right to the criminals at all times. We're gonna always be losing. This is pretty clear. This is very clear. I'll just say one more thing, and I'll land the plane. There's this thing in with many of us in the black community, not all, but many of us. It's very cool to be anti respectability politics. That's something that's the down black folks say. Let's not be against respectability. It's respectability politics. Respectability politics got us to where we are right now, where you had a kind of scrutiny of people. I do a lot of history, man. When you think about Claudette Colvin versus Rosa Parks, you had black folks even 60 years ago that would have easily put a pregnant teenager as a representative for the Montgomery bus boycott versus a middle class seamstress. Like we've been dealing with this kind of stuff. We have this anti straight talking sharp black person image. We there's an element of us that don't want to see that kind of person really rep for you. We'd rather go to the lowest common denominator, and then we get upset when that person messes up. When are we going to get off this crazy quote unquote nigger train? This is what we have nigger representatives as opposed to black representation, and we're upset that things are going left. That's it. I'll leave it at that. I'll land the plane on that.
Well, no, like I said, man, yeah, the niggification, man, like I said, is crazy, and like you said, that's what's going to be respected first, and that's why I'm saying we're at a huge juncture right here to change that narrative, bro. There's no way that the level of disregard and disrespect that the everyday 9 to 5 blue collar, white collar, literal fucking backbone, heart, brain, engine, everything of the fucking black community, bro, does not get respect. Just don't. Now I heard what Dr. Hood was saying or whatever. It's like acknowledgement from those dudes that were in the streets or so on and so forth, and of an older generation. But I'm telling you now, bro, no, these young cats, they don't even fucking care, bro. Thug is on record saying nobody should snitch, nobody should tell. Your grandma, your granny that's fucking, 80, 90 fucking years old in her neighborhood, and you set up a motherfucking trap outside on the fucking corner, right? And she asks you nicely to fucking leave, and you don't. Fuck that old ass lady, nigga. I'm gonna need the motherfucking money right here, nigga. To get to the money on, right? And now she called the cops. She a snitch, according to the young niggas. That's crazy, bro. There is no code no more. There is none of that stuff that we had years ago, where it was that, hey, we know what you're doing, right? It is what it is, so on and so forth. Hey, I'm not really involved with that shit, And eventually, like you said, a lot of times you ain't even gotta do nothing because your time's gonna come, bro. Again, bro, you make $1 million, like say you make $1 million in the fucking dope game, nigga. You going to jail? You going to jail? You know what I'm saying? You going to jail, bro?
Something else.
He served his time.
Even with this Puffy thing, it irritates me more and more. That this guy, and look, I don't know what happened. We wanted to give folks the benefit of the doubt as best as we can. But I'm a New Yorker, so we've been hearing about Puffy going back decades, like when he first got into the game. And for someone to have amassed close to $1 billion, and you're playing weird baby oil games, and you have look.
Hey, what they call baby oil games?
Well, I'm saying, because I'm like, listen, if I have money, I'm not going to sit here and be like an angel in quotes, meaning, look, you gotta have your women or your woman, or you're going to do certain things, as a wealthy person, but to go to the extent where we're hearing all kinds of just weird nonsense, where like if he was, it's like this is something that's just on repeat. When you have that kind of money, he should have been planting seeds for other black folks to succeed. And it's like, what good is it for you to be? What good is it for you to?
Go ahead. Sorry, he gonna rather go around fucking niggas and
well,
sorry.
Look, no. Go ahead, man. I'm trying not to say that because if this is a world where you get canceled for certain things, and bless the folks that have alternative whatever, right? But I'm sorry, man. I can't handle it. I don't
That shit
understand. I'm
crazy.
seeing brothers with flip flops on and irritate. I'm saying things that just irritate me. Flip flops and slides and Crocs and low hanging pants. Like all this stuff doesn't ring masculine to me, and you want to be respected. When are we going to have black men that actually stand up and handle business? We're going to be in this. Are we going to do another 50 years of this?
I agree
I
with
don't
you.
understand.
Afro nerd. I agree with you, brother. But then it's too many people trying to make it okay, trying to make it kind of respectable. No offense, Mr. Dr. Hood, but you trying to make it too respectable. That shit is it's not respectable at all. Let's get rid of it. Feel me? Not trying to make it. Oh, there's some good guys that do it, so let's let them be. No, fuck all of them.
Well, look, we in a crazy town where the term respectable is like you have to wince at the term. The operative word in respectable is respect. Like, when is respect like a bad thing? Why can't black folk? I don't understand this whole thing. I'll say one other thing quickly. That I just noticed things to me are just odd. When you have like Charlemagne the God as a representative now, a political representative, I mean, okay, black folks are riding with that. Or someone made a decision to have him as a representative. But when I listen to New York radio, and this guy, he has woke moments in quotes where he has intellects coming through on his show, but the programming on the show at the same time is Boogie with a Hoodie and all this other nonsense. Like, how do you? We don't have any. We're at a point now where you don't even have any what's going on kind of Marvin Gaye. I'm just trying to say, like, just the vibe. The vibe is negative black musical imagery going on. Like, no black commercial music to me is uplifting or anything like that. We went from where you had moments where, okay, you have some BS going on, but you also have something that's kind of decent and uplifting. No one's paying attention that there's no love songs, no romance songs, nothing. It's just complete wildness on the radio. At the same time, he will invite somebody to come on talking about some kind of black science on occasion. It's like I don't know how we move with this. We can't get a clarity on how we're supposed to be represented. Everybody else seems to be able to be very clear about, okay, we're going to keep this kind of positive. But black folks, we got this kind of deviltry going on, and we want to be respected at the same time. That's never going to fly, just on logic, on GP. So I don't know. Unless somebody gets clear on this, you're going to see more shout outs to people like Big Meech.
So can he change and possibly do good for his community, or is he just written off because he sold drugs?
Oh
I
no,
know a lot
most
of dudes
definitely.
that sold drugs, bro.
Well,
I'm just saying.
no. And like I said, Dr. Hood, that's actually what we need. We actually need more of these guys, because again, that's the only people they're gonna respect. I That's why I say outside of a person that's did anything to kids, or sexual shit or so on and so forth, forcing themselves on a one woman and so on and so forth, I don't believe anybody is just just throw them away. Outside of those two things, for me, even murder, right? Hey, especially if it's justified, if it's like defense, self defense, some shit like that, so on and so forth. Now, if you just out here killing for nothing, willy nilly, nah, I can't fuck with that. But hey, everybody has a different set of rules of what would be allowable. What I'm saying though is, at the end of the day, the only people that they're going to respect are going to be those people. They're going to respect the Big Meeches. They're going to respect the former drug dealers. They're going to respect the gang members. They're going to respect those people. They're only going to respect those people because they feel like, and they've been told, that's realness. That's what real is. A motherfucker like me come talking to him, all square ass nigga, or lame ass nigga, or scary ass nigga, or this or that, or whatever. And it's like, bro, they automatically assume that somehow, some way, I'm lesser of a man because I chose to, what I'm saying, to make a smart decision and not get my ass locked up. You feel me? So that's why I'm saying he can definitely be. But the problem is, more likely than not, because he's going to be taken full advantage of. And like I said, hey, you gotta make your living, right? He's gonna be reliving these glory days of his the the empire he had, and that unless he's definitely saying at the end of every last one of these stories, he's telling, hey, young niggas, don't do this, do not do this. You know what I'm saying? Out of all this money I fucking made, look at me now. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing these interviews, I'm getting a little bag here, there, whatever. But I lost, 15, 17 years of my life, or how much time it was. I mean, it, go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Some of those experiences that he had in them 17 years too, because if he tell you he's at the top of the game, and he tell you, hey, this ain't it, this ain't the life, it ain't worth 10 years of fame, ain't worth 17 years of my life. Sometimes you got to hear it like that.
But and
I
I
think the
agree.
bigger
That's what I'm
part is
saying.
just killing each other though.
Yeah, it remains to be seen how he's gonna handle it though. You know what I'm saying? It's up to him. It's like the wise man, right? The wise man and the bird in the hand, right? You never know what's gonna happen until the person actually gets in the process, and they go whichever way they're gonna go. He could be on some complete total. Big Meech could be the greatest anti-drug advocate for the black community ever. Could be. You know what I'm saying? Just like we had former gang members that did the same thing, right? Could be, but it just
Allegedly
remains to be seen.
Jay-Z, Jay-Z. I mean, without all this Diddy stuff popping up, you erase all of that. Who's the bigger mogul? Like everybody looks up to this guy and his brain and everything he's able to accomplish, in the business world. Meech got that same type of mind. I know it's probably unpopular, but it takes a hell of a leader to do what he did in the dope game, bro. I'm not glorifying it,
Well,
but
I see
just
what you said. No, you're right.
any
There
Tom, Dick,
in
and Harry
anything,
just
right?
can't do that.
So no, so Dr. Hood, I'm glad you said that, right? So in let's say war, right? We can transpose it into something, or transfer it over to another situation. You have a good side, and you have a bad side in the war, right? Winning side, losing side. It could be the people that's all for whatever. That person, the general on the quote unquote bad side, still got a job to do. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to win the war. So I feel you. Yeah. Even in that, even in criminality, there has to be a level of leadership, right? It has to be, right? We have to be able to, like you said, to have a empire to where he made allegedly what he made and had the impact, on the drug game that he had on it. Yeah, of course. Not doing that. Not saying it doesn't just take any skill, or it doesn't take a level of respect and leadership at all. But it's just, hey, you could use your powers for good type shit, right? That's the whole thing.
You know what? I think, and I'm not going to make this complicated, but I think this is just my opinion. I think there needs to be tier levels to that. Like we seem to put the thug and the criminal to the top of the heap above everybody else. And what Fantastic just said about, and I am the epitome of the square dude. Even if I know how I sound, because when I call Black YouTube, I get a vibe when I start speaking, right? So I don't know what that is, or rather, I do know what it is. But if you are in the square space, automatically your masculinity is questioned, all kinds of foolishness. Meanwhile, the guy that went to jail, that's the rough and tumble guy, might have had his fecal matter pushed in at some point in the shower stall. No, right. I'm just that's what's going on, right? So I'd rather be me, free and clear and masculine. Okay, so let's keep it 1,000 about what goes on in prison.
Fantastic. That's your favorite argument anyway, bro.
You know what I mean?
That's not just. I mean, I'm sure it goes on every day somewhere, but that's not like the norm for prison. Like the average guy that's gonna go to prison is not gonna experience that.
See, my boy Dr. Hood when it comes defending it. My boy Dr. Hood when it comes defending it, making it seem like it's not like what it is. Like it's not okay, brother.
I've been to prison, so I could speak.
Well, let me
understand, and that's why you're defending it so much. Sorry.
Well, let me make it more clear. We need to, like I said, there needs to be different tier levels as to who gets like the microphone in the Black community. And I don't think the person that went to prison should be the first in line for that. And on top of that, we need to see some real rehabilitation out of prisoners, right? Former prisoners. I want to see a Malcolm X transformation, because Malcolm X, we don't even talk about Detroit Red with him, right? That part, even when his wife Betty Shabazz spoke about Malcolm X, she said, "I never saw the dysfunction. I never saw that person. He was erased." So I don't see whether it's the gangbanger, the drug dealer, or whatever crime you committed, we need to see some real evidence that you've actually transformed and been rehabilitated. That's one thing I wish if there was ever going to be some kind of men's media, men's movement, we need to start seeing some evidence of let's really get on top of these cats in prison, pause, and have them be actually rehabilitated. They will not allow the Nation of Islam to do their work in rehabilitating the black mind in prison. If we saw that, that would completely change the game. But if you just go to prison, do your time, and we have to hope that you weren't brutalized or whatever is going on, we got to hope you come out of it the best that you come out of it. That's a tough game to play. I want to see some real rehabilitation when you come out of prison before you start talking. Let's talk like that. I don't hear that from us.
Yeah, I agree. I said this before. I said the dumbest people are talking the most. I mean, we need to listen to the smarter people more often. But I don't know why everybody get a mic. Go ahead.
So the white man will let you do your time. I didn't want to interrupt you, but the white man will let you do your time, and you get out, and your trajectory is based on what you're able to do in your will. But the black community, this guy did 17 years, brother, for some goddamn drugs, bro. It's not worth it. He was overcharged. That's a massacre. Nobody deserves that for selling nothing, no amount. And then if we ridicule this guy, no, go ahead, brother.
I don't think we could agree with that, brother. But selling it, you can.
Well, we gotta ridicule everybody that's a drug dealer that ever sold drugs. Just because you didn't sell a large amount, so you don't count? Nah, nigga.
The amount matters though, feel me? Like that, all this shit matters. You gotta take all this into consideration.
So I can sell a little bit. I'm still a good guy in the community, but this guy sells a lot. He's a bad guy. We don't never let him come back. We don't want to hear his voice. Right? That's bullshit.
You conflate into arguments.
No, I mean you guys been doing it the whole time. I've been letting you.
Nah, I think you conflate into arguments. We're talking about the time that he deserved the time for the amount of drugs he sold. You trying to say is it like you saying nobody should ever get that amount of time for selling anything? Like,
and this white boy, man, you got guys that was bringing airplanes over, man, that didn't get that kind of time, man. What are we talking about?
I gotta see how much time we got.
That's what I'm saying.
But I think I disagree with your argument.
Boatloads of,
Well, you know what? I want to say something that's going to come off a little, I don't say reckless, but I never really got into The Wire. Like I heard The Wire was like off the chains. Maybe one day I'll sit down and
that wasn't that reckless. That wasn't that reckless, Afro nerd.
No, well, I'm gonna land it. I'm bringing The Wire up for a reason, right? Because look, this Afro nerd thing is real with me. It's a brand. It's also like I'm into Marvel comics, right, and science. Like that's just my thing, right? Black Panther, that's me, right? So I'm not really into the 50 Cent universe. I'm not into like, there's a whole branding of black criminality programming, right? But I do know, because I sniff intelligence. I sniff it. The Stringer Bell character, I have an interest in because from what I've seen clips of, he went to college. He studied macroeconomics, right? So that's a different kind of criminal. And I don't see that with our people. We clown the intellect a little too much. We make fun of the nerd. And I know that intimately, right? So I don't know. We have, even Nas said this. Nas had said, because I remember one time Nas had said that 50 Cent approached him on a tour bus and saw him reading, right? And he said, well, why are you reading, man? You don't need that for this. No, he was kind of clowning the guy because he was reading a book. And Nas had said in an interview that if we could make the intellect, we could make this nerd stuff kind of sexy, in quotes, for the hood guys, things would turn around. And that's an element. We do not want to embrace the black mind, right? So if you want to do criminal stuff, I'm going to give a nerd reference. If you do criminal stuff, I want to see black Dr. Dooms, black Lex Luthers. We don't get that.
We get people that Afro. The thing is, man, we've been raised to do to attract the women. So we're gonna do what women like. We're gonna do what's gonna get us the women. And being smart isn't gonna. So you're right. We need to make being smart sexy, but it's not. I used to live in Memphis, Tennessee, brother, when I was in high school, and intelligence was not a big thing out there. Like people did not give a fuck.
Listen, man, just that alone, Afro nerd, brother. I don't know how. Well, in the nerd part of it, making it sexy, not even sexy, bro. Just remotely acceptable. Being
Effective.
intelligent, yeah, being intelligent at all is frowned upon for whatever reason, right? And I don't know why. Um, as a community, a culture, a race, or whatever, we're so against intelligence, right? Especially when a lot of people conflate this and they don't even understand this, but people conflate intelligence with education, right? And black women use education as a separation measure for them with black men, right? When it comes to college, right? So it's wild to me as to black women use education as just like this standard and this board and this wonderful, glorious thing, but at the same time, they don't want the educated niggas. They don't want.
Yeah, well,
That's the last dudes they want. You feel me? So again, like I said, like what CJ was saying, unfortunately, man, again, because it's going, and like I said, man, we're not going to live to see this. None of us going to live to see this change that happens. But we are laying down the first bricks, the first planks, or whatever you want to call it, right? The foundation for this to get it changed and bring the attention of people to understand, like, bro, in order for us to even get on the level where we can compete with everyone else, we have to get that general thing as to where, like you said, this criminality can't be at the top of the top. This all, and trust me, I have to make sure people understand this when I say this. I am not talking about a utopic, perfect world where there's no crime, there's no drug dealers, there's no gangbangers, there's no murders, there's no killings, there's no women being, no children. No, I understand it. I'm a realist, okay? But what we're saying is the amount of praise and respect that's given to that class of quote unquote black man, right? I remember they told me, bro, when I came in here, they said that the gang bangers, drug dealers, killer gorillas, real niggas was the warrior class of the black community, bro. The warrior class. Not the fucking brothers that actually go out here and join the military and get tactical knowledge, get weaponry knowledge, get actual battlefield or some type of military strategy understanding. Not those gentlemen that do that under a structured and organized fashion of what I'm saying, militants, I guess, right? But the niggas is out here on the street shooting up grandmas and babies because of nothing. That's the warrior class.
Fantastic. The crash out dummies.
Yeah, the crash
warrior
out.
class.
Yeah, that's the warrior class of the black community, right? And it's just sad, man. Because like you said, when we dare say, "Hey, bro, listen, them niggas gonna always exist," but stop. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to stop and when you the quote unquote, the regular niggas, the civilians, the squares, what they want to call us, right? All y'all niggas just jealous. All y'all niggas just mad. Well, no, it's not about being mad or jealous or so on and so forth. It's like, bro, you need to understand it. Like, nigga, without us, there is no you, right? The Pookies and the Ray Rays, bro, again, make up a very, very small percentage of the fucking West End. And if everybody was Pookies and Ray Rays and every nigga is out here motherfucking shooting up, killing up everything, what the fuck we gonna have? You got to have, the regular, people with structure and that's trying to actually teach their children, sons and daughters, some sense of decency and being fucking an asset to society, because everybody's just degenerate motherfucking criminals. What the fuck do we have, bro?
We're gonna have anarchy. Fantastic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And a lot of times, man, that's what niggas want to operate in, and every nigga think they can do it, even to the point now, like I said, and I blame a lot of bro, you ain't got no shooters, nigga. You don't even own a gun. So somebody motherfucking do something to you, what you gonna do? Oh, you not finna slide. You're not finna ride. You're not finna get back. You're not finna get shit back in blood, motherfucker. You gonna call the police. That's all you can do. But the reputation and the message is so strong from the street niggas, the hood niggas, whatever you want to call them, right? And then like Afro Nerd said, then it's amplified times 1,000 in the entertainment. And like I said, the difference in black entertainment and of course everybody else's entertainment is no, nigga, you gotta live this shit. You really better sold them drugs if you say you sold them drugs. You really better not shot them niggas if you say you shot them niggas. You better been on that block if you say you was on that block. They
Can
not
I say
expecting
this
this,
fantastic?
huh?
Can I say this real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Man, this seemed like I'm gonna bring it back to the women. I know y'all hate this shit, but like the women like watching this bullshit. They like she be watching some bullshit. The shoot 'em up, bang bang. This drama, kill 'em. Like women love this shit, and that's why we at where we at. Like Afro nerd, most men we like what is it? Marvel, DC. We like reading anime, sports. Nobody trying to watch. They like that ghetto Tubi movie type shit. Like, why are you watching this bullshit? That's what they promote. This is the kind of type of shit they promote. Fantastic. I don't know why.
Well, there's
Yeah,
been a
man.
control of the.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I just want to say quickly.
No, you got to go ahead.
There-
You got to go ahead.
For whatever reason, we don't want to pay attention as to what's been done to us, right? There's always been historically this issue with keeping black men specifically dumb, right? You weren't allowed to read legally. It was written in the book, written down legally that you could not be taught to read. And we've been doing this trajectory thing for quite some time. So I see all kinds of ways that anytime they inject a little bit of intelligence with a black male, you have to lose something, right? You're gonna lose your sexuality. They're gonna do something. They're gonna do something with you to prevent you from being this kind of stand tall cat that can figure out stuff. You're not gonna see a black James Bond archetype. That's like a dangerous thing. The intelligent black man who's masculine, who's in control of the situation, you're gonna lose something. And no one wants to deal with why is that black man image always up for control. When I just to one of the listeners, Andre 420, he says to be Black Dr. Doom, Black Lex Luthor. Why? The reason why I brought that up is because there's a fine line between the villain and the hero. And if you're gonna do villainous stuff, you need to be at least intelligent about it. But this going into prison on repeat, I don't see that as being very intelligent. Like at some point, someone's gonna have to figure this out. Like I said, I would ideally want to see the NOI. I think they do have some kind of prison program, but white corporate structure, white culture is not going to allow that kind of black radicalism. They're going to attach it to something else. But if you really want to rehabilitate black men, I find the excuses of not allowing that wearing thin, or you're just going to keep on getting your stuff pushed in prison. I don't know. That's just my thought process.
Well, yeah, man. I just know that the whole process of understanding what manhood is, what, like you said, being a benefit and asset to the community is, and all these different things, it just has to change, you know. And like I said, we're in the process of doing it. It's not going to be something that happens overnight. And again, like I said, shout out to Dr. Hood. I don't believe every criminal should be just thrown away for life. For the exception of, like I said, anything involving sex crimes, be it with women or children or men, either or, right? Anything where you're forcing yourself on someone sexually. That's not a crime you have an excuse for. A motherfucker can have an excuse for stealing. Hey, I was hungry, I was broke. Motherfucker can have an excuse for, even like I said, taking somebody's life. Hey, he pulled on me, he upped on me, I upped on him, I got him first. Outside of that, like I said, there is redemption. Like you say, the reason for prison is punishment. You serve your debt to society. You get out here, you get an opportunity to do, what you're supposed to do again. And hopefully you can stay on that path and do the right thing. There are plenty of brothers that do it, right? And like I said, some of the greatest voices we have to speak against it are people that have been there. Like I said, hey, that's one of the situations where you had to be there to understand. I don't know what it's like to be in prison. Don't plan on ever finding out, right? I don't plan on putting myself in a position, of ways to get in there, right? But a brother that has can probably tell you the things that want to keep you out, right? I can tell you, but and I can give you all of my accomplishments and all the stuff that I've done, and so on and so forth. But if you've been in the streets all your life, it's just like, oh, you lame ass nigga, get out of my face. You weak, you pussy, you scared, you this, you that. You know what I'm saying? So on and so forth. And like you said, bro, you have no idea. You feel me? like I said, So it's just the process of going to this, man, and like I said, this Big Meech situation being pointed out. It's been a couple of brothers speaking on it also, other brothers talking about it. LeBron James is just no better than this, man. LeBron James just means way too much for a representation of black men to be shouting out this man publicly. And again, like you said, we all got it. Like we all got, bro. We got a cousin, we got a uncle. Hell, some people got a dad or a brother. Yeah, I know some brothers, bro. That the brother is a fucking cop, and the other nigga's a street nigga, right? That exists. Like Dr. Hood said, it's you have family dynamics where, hey, one person is the good son, and one's the bad son, and so on and so forth, right? On two opposite sides of the the same coin, right? So those things in those situations do exist. The problem is, man, like you said, when you reach that level where LeBron is, bro, he has to know. And like you said, now, white people and Asian people, other people are losing this advantage. See, there they go. That's who they want to, that's who they want to praise. That's who they want to be. That's who they, who is this Big Meech? Most white people will never even heard about fucking Big Meech until they see LeBron James tweet about him. And oh, he's a fucking drug dealer, of course. Typical. You know what I'm saying? And again, not saying that not just white, but all other races. You know what I'm saying? I that's why I always make sure, bro, I don't give a fuck about what white folks think for the most part. What I'm saying is, go ahead.
This isn't gonna go over well, right? But I have a pretty long memory, and I see whether it's LeBron James or some other NBA players, where they're wearing these Eddie Munster outfits with Merces. But we have to keep this 1,000. We seen cats in full drag as NBA players, 7 foot tall people in dresses and all kinds of weird. It's an extension of entertainment, sports and entertainment. So I would love to be able to put my allegiance to some of these guys, but it's calmed down a little bit. But we have seen for about a good 10 to 15 years of NBA players specifically being wearing questionable outfits. It's not respectability politics. And we don't want to do respectability politics anymore. Respectability politics is really that line that says, hey, man, you are going out in public. You are representing us. You are the elite. Represent us in a certain way. I don't see a white male NBA or sports athlete equivalent. Why is that? We don't see Travis Kelce rolling that way. Why is it the black guys? There's something peculiar about black men that we are being positioned, we're being shepherded in a certain direction. And no one is really asking, why is that?
And real quick, and Dr. Hill, we're not saying these people can't be redeemed or it's like people act like it's no nuance. We're not saying that they can't be helped, that like they're all just evil people. We're not saying any of that shit. We're just saying stop highlighting these people. Stop putting these people in the forefront. These aren't our main characters. These aren't our main people that we should be highlighting, our heroes in the black community. Why is LeBron James giving him a shout out for getting out of prison instead of giving a nigga that graduated college a shout out? A nigga that's a nuclear engineer shout out. That's the point, Dr. Hood. So I don't know.
Well, we saw the nuclear engineer get clowned about a year ago, didn't we?
That was a good
on I think Melly Monaco show.
Yeah, but Buddy turned out to be. Yeah, but Buddy fucked up, and that was a hoax. He wasn't none of that shit. He just went up there and he lied. So the worst thing that could ever happen is you have someone that claims to be something or whatever. Then it turns out it was some shit. Well, he wasn't really trolling. I guess he was trying to make a point, but he didn't have any of the accolades he claimed. But
He wasn't in the Navy or anything. I think he was like a Navy guy. That was not wasn't true either.
He wasn't what he claimed to be as far as like his accolades and nuclear physics or whatever. What the fuck it was? I don't know. But from my understanding, I may be wrong. But
look, even if what you say is correct, I'm not debating that. When he first put that out there, she was repulsed by it. So based on just putting your resume out there, she wasn't going for that.
Well, no, that's what we're saying. That's what we address. Ultimately, like I said, this thing always going to come down, even on the BMF side of this, right? This is what I'm trying to get brothers to understand, right? Bro, you never doing it directly for the hoes, but you doing it at some point in time indirectly for the hoes, bro. It's okay. I know the red pill shit got everybody, oh man, fuck these hoes. Y'all niggas like motherfucking Snoop Dogg back in the 90s, man. bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Okay, I got you. Cool. But reality, my nigga, when y'all overdo it, bro, it takes away from it because what happens is you get somebody that gets caught up in some motherfucking bullshit or whatever, and like, look, yeah, this motherfucking red pill nigga was talking all this shit, but he out here eating bitches ass like random. He's a fucking he's a serial ass eater. You know what I'm saying? And on tape, this nigga records himself. You know what I mean? So that's why I say you can't go to the extreme, bro. Understand what it is. Again, women have a place in life like everything else has a place in life. Okay, like everything else in life, you have to, you know what I'm saying, deal with that shit at its proper level and in moderation, right? To your level. Some men can handle one woman, some men can handle several, right? Hell, some can barely handle fucking one at all. But at the same time, like you said, for us as human beings, and this is why I said another thing too, is important. Black men, brothers, you are human, brother. First and foremost, you're human. Okay, all right. You have feelings, you have emotions, you have thoughts, you have fucking stress. Okay, good and bad. All you have good days, you have bad days. You are human. Okay, so you are not eliminated from or disqualified for the things that other human beings get. Okay, what we've been told is that's why the Niggerlander syndrome is so strong as it is. You have to be hyper masculine all the time. You gotta always be stoic. You can't never fucking. You can't be arguing with no bitches and all this other shit and la la la. Hold up, see, CJ, goddamn digging in the change collector. But so you had to do all this shit or whatever, so on and so forth, and be like this perfect, the personification of masculinity at all times, bruh. Cool, fine. Do what you can. Don't be out here, like I said, putting on motherfucking skirts and and breaking your wrists. Of course, don't do that. I'm not saying that, but at the same time, you have to understand, bro, that it's okay for you to be fucking human, bro, and live your life in a way to where you're not trying to meet this unrealistic standard that no other fucking group of men on the planet has to fucking live up to, just for it not to be good enough. Again, I've never, ever, 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 ever heard any other race of people had this fucking 100K and no money conversation. Never heard it. Every time I hear it said, and it's coming from some broke ass bitch, mostly. Every now and again, you get some woman that's, she's a high earner, so on and so forth, la la la. But we know that's a very, very small percentage of black women, right? And the worst thing that ever happened to black women right now is fucking Angel Reese. I'm gonna be talking about that later on in the week. That girl, oh my God, bro. Like that, she is the personification of just like everything that's wrong. But it's just so many things that's going on, and again, we're in a very, very I'd say delicate time for brothers, for us to keep this going in the right direction. And that's what I'm saying. But Andre, what's up, brother? Go ahead, it's on you.
Oh, what's good? Good afternoon, everybody. Yeah, LeBron, like he definitely was wrong for that. Because like even if like he wanted to say that, he should have just kept it amongst his like personal friends or whatever, instead of like putting it out on social media. Because LeBron doing that is kind of the equivalent of like say a Taylor Swift or somebody putting out a post saying "Welcome home" to somebody from the fucking Hell's Angels or some shit.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, right? That'll be like, what I'm saying, the president fucking, congratulating whatever serial killer got out of fucking prison or some shit. Like, welcome home. Well, I don't want to say serial killer because that's not on the same level. Dr. Hood, correct. But, a drug kingpin and the president shouting them out, right? Like you said, bro, I'm pretty sure Meech would have rather enjoyed, and he probably did this too, right? But I'm pretty sure Meech would have rather, had a direct phone call from LeBron, right? That was in private, and they have a conversation and chop it up and so on and so forth. And like you said, the public display. But then at the same time, you gotta know who LeBron is. So LeBron has to play this thing of where he's still hood and he's still somehow connected to the streets and the struggle and all this other shit when that nigga ain't had that shit in over what 21 years in his life, and even probably before that. You feel me? So that's the game that LeBron is playing, and it's actually a real a telltale sign of just man, the way that we still look at the black community, and like say the respectability politics of it.
I'm gonna say, let me get out of here real quick. Real quick, I'm gonna get out of here. All right, fantastic. This show, brother. And sorry for digging in the thing. I thought I was muted. My bad.
Nah, you cool. Go ahead, man. It's on you, Andre. Go ahead.
Oh, I thought he was gonna say something.
No, you just saying he was bouncing. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, because because like LeBron in the past, like when he was doing like those videos when he was like singing, like rap songs and stuff, that was fine because it was just music, right? Even though like the backstory behind the artist and the kinds of stuff that he was rapping about, like at the end of the day, it was just music. But this is like it's different. Like you're talking about somebody who was like actually doing this shit, not these dudes lying about it.
Yeah.
I just don't know how we're gonna move forward with any of this. I'm just confused by it. I don't know why we can't seem to take a stance. For instance, I think about the Me Too movement. The Me Too movement, it was women coming together and say, look, we just, I don't necessarily agree with everything about it, but I don't know why black people, for the sake of black culture, why we can't have something similar to the Me Too movement, where just certain things, there's nothing that can be done in black culture that will really cancel you, which I find amazing. There's certain things that are going on in rap music. Like, for instance, rappers at one point, for like the last 40 years, you could be very anti-gay in rap music. But gay folks got together and said, okay, we're going to cut this. They said they're not going to allow it. And now they're not going to, you can't just use the F-bomb. You can't do it. I've seen rappers on interviews talk about, oh, we got to be respectful and we got to do this. I said, damn, you respectful to the gay man, but you're not respectful to the black man. So, but that was a group of people that got together and decided that they're just gonna just knock that off. Black people haven't done that, so it's all is fair with us for some reason. You can just disrespect black image. You can say anything anti-black. You could be a black artist and be clearly anti-black. So the gay folks have learned from the black struggle, and they've perfected it. We just dropped it now. It's all you can just do whatever you want to do. You can have Megan Thee Stallion twerk in front of your campaign. No one thinks that's peculiar. So we're gonna be doing this for a long time, man, until someone gains control of. I mean, at one time historically, you had the black middle class, you had the quote unquote boule. They were in control of. You're not going to embarrass us. You're not going to do that. Now, well, that's respectability politics, this, that, and the other. Now you have the clowns. The clowns represent you. So I'm not shocked that someone like LeBron is high-fiving a criminal.
Well, Afro Nerd, somebody just
so I'm not shocked.
In the chat. They were talking about a whole like KINGPIN thing. It's like, I mean, technically he could be classified as a serial deleter, yet he's somehow a hero.
I didn't catch that. Who was that now? I'm sorry, I didn't catch that part. Who are they?
KINGPIN, the rapper that died like 2 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, I know KINGPIN. Well, his woman said that or Asian Debrat, said that she wouldn't date a man unless he had bodies.
Yeah, Asian doll. Yeah.
On him. So that was on Twitter. I pay very close attention to the minstrels. I know what they do and what they say. I'm in New York. I listen to New York radio. That's all you hear is 24/7 minstrel programming. We don't have I mean there's no Public Enemy, there's no X-Clan. I mean, I'm dating myself, but at one time that was like regular radio, and then it just disappeared. And it's been for 40 years nonstop trap and gangster. We're not going to win with that. And now these people are actually representing you on the political stage.
Yeah, man. Unfortunately, that's crazy. That's the crazy part about it.
Yeah, Afro Nerd. Real quick, like that comment you were responding to when you were responding to me when I was in the chat about when I was talking about the villain thing.
Oh yeah, I see you got a supercell. I see you, man. You got your supercell avatar, so I get it.
Okay, all right. So at least you know where I'm going with this, because yeah, I did clarify in the chat that like like he's still a villain, like. Just him being smart, like being a smarter villain, doesn't make him any less of a villain. But what I did also mention was that the fact that there was a black villain in the Marvel's universe, Kang, Jonathan Majors, and what happened to him? He got sabotaged, right?
Well, I tell you, I don't want to go off on a nerd tangent, but one of the greatest black villains, like not someone who was given blackness as an actor. You know what I mean? Like they did a racial change on that. But Mr. Glass, Sam Jackson's character, was that black villain. Like if but we didn't really big up that. There is a thing about black villains in comic books that people don't want to. They don't want you to have that either. Like the black villain, that high intellectual villain, they don't want you to have that either. You always remain street level, even in fiction. So I mean, Stringer Bell is an example of like they gave a little intellect to him, but they don't give black men intellect for a reason, even when it comes to programming. And I'm kind of tired of it. Why can't we have a moment? I guess what I'm saying is, why can't we see the black intellect being promoted in any fashion? Like we're like 200 years in, where we don't really we can't have it. And if you do see it, it's to the benefit of someone else. Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson, he talks some black stuff now, believe it or not. He does. But it's to the benefit of white culture. It's not to the benefit of a black thing. That they purposely keep you being non-intellectual for a reason, or anti-intellectual.
Yeah, for sure. DeBell, what's up with you, brother?
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Can't complain.
What's good, DeBell?
Good Sunday, y'all. But hey, man, like with all the celebrity stuff and the degeneracy, when you have more of the degeneracy, you have lack of parenting. And that's the thing, like when these celebrities and these athletes, they use their platform to push a certain narrative that like say LeBron, for instance. Remember when he had that the N-word painted on his gate?
Yeah, allegedly.
With all them cameras in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure you live in a gated community and nobody seen anybody do this.
Yeah. And never saw any footage or anything and so on and so forth. Yeah, Jussie Smollett before Jussie Smollett. Yep.
Right. So it's like, okay, and then he was he was saying that white folks hunt us down every time we leave our house or whatever the case may be. Well, you didn't never experience that, because every time a white person hunts you down is for an autograph or for you to sign a contract. Now, he speaks on certain things like the Jacob Blake or whoever, or George Floyd or whatever, but brother, you from Akron. You mean to tell me ain't no murders going on in Akron?
Well, yeah, they if they're not politicized, it's not worth it's not worth him mentioning. So he's only going to talk on something that's going to help expand his modern day Malcolm X civil rights activist persona that he's trying to build.
Right. So, I mean, and the thing is with LeBron, I mean, you with your high school sweetheart, one thing that he doesn't promote is family. Like as far as man and woman coming together, building, or as far as man, I was thinking about a whole lot, man, while I was listening to y'all, man. But I mean, it's just another thing. Man, you've been in the league for 21 years. You know so many athletes that are getting hit with child support and are retired. Some of them don't make as much money as he makes. So that child support remains even though your career is over. You know what I'm saying? So I know they got it's a lot of athletes, man, that go broke. And a lot of times they don't even really get to see their kids because they're on the road, they're practicing, you know what I mean? So as far as like even with the custody issue, you know what I'm saying? Nothing, even though we have these elections or whatever, nothing comes up about family court. You know what I mean? I mean, and somebody speaking of changing the standard parenting time to 50-50.
Well, something
yeah,
else.
man. that's
I have to be fair. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm fantastic. My apologies.
well, no, I was just saying. No, that's another great thing. That's another great point too, bro. Again, it's definitely not enough black men out here. I just saw the thing. I think it was yesterday, bro. Kanye West pays $200,000 a month in child support, bro. There's no way. There's no way that should happen. And I blame Kanye for not fighting that. I blame any man that's paying an exorbitant amount of money for your child. And the thing is, like, even in that, like, bro, niggas have this thing of where I paid the most for it, so that makes it cool, that makes it, whatever. I can pay it. But then, like you said, the bill, especially we seen with T.O. and Sean Kemp and a lot of these athletes, bro. Like you said, bro, it's hard as hell to get that motherfucking child support reduced, and you got to wait a certain amount of years in most states or whatever to even do that and apply for it, right? So what happens is, you paying it while you can pay it, but as soon as hey, you have an injury, your career's over, you're retired, or so on and so forth. Now you can't afford it no more. Now you want to bring light to it when you should have been talking about it, and you should have been putting together. That should be, bro, of all races. All fathers should have a fucking bill in the works for caps on child support. It should be that. It
And
should
you
be
know
it.
the men around you was going through it.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Because
I want to mention something else about LeBron to be fair with him, right? It's something we have to acknowledge also about him that is pretty extraordinary. Is that he caught some flack early in his career because he started to surround himself with his own crew that were black as far as his management style. Like Rich Paul is a force to be reckoned with because of him, right? So I thought that what he was doing maybe would have been replicated with other black athletes. Like stop deferring to other ethnicities to control your finances. Like why not have a black manager? Why not have a black accountant? Like everyone else of a different ethnicity naturally goes to their own ethnicity, rightfully or wrongfully, to control their universe. We are dissuaded. We're the only ones that are dissuaded to say, "Hey, you have to go. You have to go to this quote unquote white skilled person to control your universe." Now he did the opposite and was critiqued for it at the time. If you remember, so I give him props for that.
But bro, hey, bro, the unique thing about that is these are people he grew up with and trusted. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of times black people do each other just as bad or worse than some strange white person.
Yeah, but we can't always like just as far as the knee jerk thing is we just normally go to the other folks to control your stuff. Whereas everybody else naturally, if you are a Jewish person of means, you're gonna naturally go to your brother, right? We have the brother concept in our culture, but we don't really access it. We're told to we think that the white man's water is colder. So that's continuing. Now I want to mention another thing too with black athletes. We got to control our loins. Like this whole notion, Antonio Cromartie comes to mind, where he had to be seated $500,000 to pay in his contract to pay his child support because he just kept on impregnating like the country. I don't get that. I'm sorry. I think that's an intelligence thing also. Tiger Woods was out there, right? But he's got to stand for. See, I'm gonna go into some IQ stuff. He has a Stanford. He knows the 18th century withdrawal method. I ain't gonna say too much about the Afro nerd, but some of us have been out here and knew how to avoid having a whole bunch of kids if you wanted to. If you wanted to. Now the whole idea of having multiple kids, that's like a masculine thing. Also, you're trying to prove something, right? But having a whole lot of kids and screwing yourself into poverty, that's some dumb stuff. Let's keep it one thou wow. Why do we do that?
Right.
We see too many brothers in elite athletes.
Well, not even like I got
have-
another one coming up on Anthony Edwards, man. Same thing, Ant-Man. This dude is on like his, I don't know, third or fourth kid with a third different chick or whatever. I don't know, man. I this is one thing that I definitely blame on us. You are everything matters and boils down to the pussy, bro. Like Meech even saying it again. Listen, bro, you got money, but you ain't got no hoes. Oh, you whatever. You ain't fucking no hoes. That's literally
You're
like
writing checks.
that's one of the main things. That's the judgment of you as a black man. Your dick. You're fucking judged by your fucking what your dick can get, bro. And it's and
But
pause. I mean, it's fucked up. So again,
you're
like you
writing
said, man.
checks, man.
Go
You're
ahead.
writing you're writing checks to 5, 6, 7 broads. Like
Yeah.
that's insane. And you're not. I mean, even Cam Newton was questioned on it. I mean, we know the doc, whatever, the phony Dr. Bryant, even though she was good looking. I will say that. I did like what I was looking at, but still, why? You know, he said, "Oh, I just want to have another child." And he's made it sound, "I'm going to leave it up to God." I mean, come on, what are we doing?
Hey, what's good, everybody? Hey,
Yeah,
what's good?
Go ahead,
Yo,
Premium Network, brother. It's on you. Go ahead.
hey, man, I haven't been on your show in a minute, man. Yo, what's good, Bill?
What's up, Premium?
What's good? How you doing, bro?
No, I'm about to go head to this gym in like within an hour and shit and stuff. But yeah, I got a question for Bull up top. Like, so like, do you want everything? Like, would you rather everything to be black? Just out of curiosity, because like it seems like you want black versions of this, black versions of that, and I get that, you know. But it's like why do we need a black villain under a white stable, such as a DC or a Marvel? You know what I'm saying? Like, how come we can't just have our own? Because like, I don't really need to have my own. I mean, I'm not fighting to have a black owned superhero or villain under a white owned stable, such as a Marvel or a DC like that. I just want to get like the mindset of that, because I was hearing you speak for like the last 30 minutes and everything, and I just want to get your mind frame on that.
All right, so a couple of things. When I first brought it up, I brought it up kind of as a metaphor, right? But
I get it, yeah, I get you, yeah, I get you.
Okay, but the Afternoon Radio thing, you know, I was doing it on Blog Talk for quite some time. I am coming to YouTube real soon, right? So you'll be seeing me, and we'll be talking about all kinds of things, including comic books, right? But to answer your question, one of the things that I did on the show was I believe we can rub our stomachs and pat our heads at the same time. In other words, I would interview and highlight and promote black-owned comic book companies, black-owned artists, right, that had their own independent universes, and also highlight the stuff that's under Marvel, DC, Image, and so forth. So these two things can exist at the same time. But I do believe we do have to have black autonomy, because everybody else has this. When you go to a Japanese restaurant, no one thinks that this is like Japanese stuff. Or you go to a Jewish-owned thing. Black folks we have yet to master our own autonomy and universe. We just don't. And we need to start thinking like this in order to survive. We automatically cede everything to white people and whiteness, even our intelligence. We rarely see black folks being able to use their powers for good, for themselves. It's always to somebody else's benefit.
And why do you think that is? And why do you think that is? I mean, because like, let's take fashion for example, right? I mean, I remember, because I was born in '94, right? So I remember when Migos came out, you know, Versace this or Versace that, and Louis and Gucci and all this European shit. But it's like you'll be roasted out the hemisphere if you was caught dead in FUBU, or get caught dead in some type of black owned clothing line that's not really you know, that's not really from a descent of a European fashion designer, so like that, right? So I don't really get it myself.
Now, yeah, but back in the day, no, because there. I mean, I don't even think there is a black fashion designer right now that's popular.
I mean,
one died recently though. Actually, no, that's not true. There was one that died.
What was the name of the clothing line?
Well, I know one was
see what I'm saying?
Come on, take off died. Take off was the Migos that died.
Well, in terms of like a fashion designer, I think he's talking about that dude Virgil that was working over at Louis.
Right.
Oh yeah, the fashion designer was Virgil. Yeah, Virgil Abloh.
The Dapper Dan's a force.
Who do you work for?
Dapper Dan's a force.
Who do you work for? The dude that died.
No, he had his own. No, Virgil had his own brand. Off-White was his brand, but he did do collabs with Louis Vuitton.
Okay, I mean, we know about Louis Vuitton, but we don't know about Off-White.
Oh no, Off-White's big. Off-White,
no,
Off-White's pretty big.
Wearing Off-White.
No, the young kids wear it, the bell. Trust me, they fuck with it.
But like back in the day, everybody was wearing Fat Farm, FUBU,
Yeah,
Anite.
yeah. Like I remember the LL Cool J commercial what he did for FUBU. You know what I'm saying? Or no, it was an Old Navy commercial. He dropped.
Yeah, but I mean, if you wear it right now, you're gonna get clowned.
Right, of course, yeah.
Well, yeah, we talked
And
about that too, though. I don't know. And Premium Network brings up a great point. I don't know how or why we don't have that love for our own like that. I don't like because, like I said, I knew I saw that when the resurgence of fucking Champion happened, and it was one other than like off brand. Champion was a fucking Walmart brand, bro. Since like shit, I don't know.
but Champion isn't a black owned
No, that's what I'm
company,
saying
is
though.
it?
But I'm saying I'm saying like as far as like it went out of style, like the shit was cool, it stopped being cool, and then it came back around, and black people
Yeah,
were supporting it. But like you said,
yeah,
when it comes to
yeah.
Fat Farm, FUBU, Iniche, Carl Kanai, any of those things, like no, you don't get a second run. You only get one.
Well, like the only thing I could probably say is probably Jordans, but like I mean he's under Nike and Nike's China, so I mean
Well, I
yeah,
mean,
I
well,
mean
Jordan is a 1-on-1 contract. Jordan, I think if I remember right, Jordan is like almost 51% ownership of his brand. So even though it's what's the name of Nike, he gets the lion's share of the situation. Remember, that's why
Well,
it
that
says a Jordan contract.
well that fashion thing is kind of interesting because I'm thinking there's some few black designers that were of note. Willie Smith. I'm going back a little bit. Tukey Smith is Robert De Niro's ex-wife. You know, he has a penchant for black women. Uh, her brother, Willie Smith, I think he might have died of AIDS. You know, you can read into that as you would. You know, it's fashion designing. But Willie Smith was like a top dude, just like the other cat you just mentioned. Like many things, black genius is used because the fashion industry, you know, street level fashion, you know, black cool is something that is, you know, constantly tapped into to make money, except not for black people. So the fashion industry, Andre Talley is a person that died a few years ago, was a major force in fashion. You almost can't do fashion without black people if you want to keep it 1,000. But again, trying to capitalize for ourselves, we're not allowed to do that. That's just something with us.
who said? Well, sorry, listen. Who said you can't do that though? Like it's the whole thing. It's the whole argument where it's like, oh, a black man can't go to Chinatown open a restaurant. Yes, you can. Now, will you get customers? No, I don't know. Maybe
Well,
not.
that's what
But
I'm
like,
saying though. But hold on, Premium. That's the whole purpose of it. You can't because they will literally put your ass out of business because they're not gonna support it. You feel me? 9 times out of 10, like you
yeah,
said,
okay,
they
but
don't.
you can start it though. But
Yeah, you can
who
start it.
like yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you can start it, but it's
Yeah, you
will it
can
be
start it,
profitable? No.
but
Hey,
you know one of the most important. I'm gonna say this is on you, the bell. The most important aspects of business is location, 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 right? So if you as a
Right.
black man put a black establishment, black restaurant, you know, in a Asian community where the majority of the community is going to be Asian, you know, what's the name? They're literally going to run you out of business by not giving you patronage,
I don't
unless
know.
you just have a phenomenal product.
I don't know. I would say this: when it comes to Asian and Black folks, it's kind of like yin and yang. Because like, listen, us as Black folk, like we love Asian culture, and shit like from movies and shit like that. But
Yeah,
then on the
Wu
flip side,
Tang, karate movies, all that shit. I got you. Yeah, for sure,
yeah,
1000%.
yeah. Like I said, man, like I don't listen. You can do it. There's no law saying you can't put a business anywhere in America. Listen, you can put a business anywhere. Now, like I said, would it be profitable? No. But who's really stopping you though? What as a Klansman gonna come to the bank while you pulling out a damn bank loan and put a business out in Chinatown or something like that? No, like you can do it, but it's not. Will it be profitable? That's the real question. And like depending on your business savvy, you could probably make a profit depending on your business knowledge and marketability. I'm pretty sure you could. But then again, like it is what it is. And like, I never really got the argument though. Like you can do it, but like I mean, yeah.
Well, let me be clear on this. In some ways, you will get blocked now. Look, in general, you need to be a black person needs to be conscious of black business. Like we need, you know, whether there is impediments to you or not, you need to make the attempt because your ability for your people to survive is it's necessary to be able to do that, right? But
And
we
why
also
is
have
that? Wait. Why is that though? Like, why do I need to be conscious of black businesses?
well, first of all, because in order for you to really thrive, because your blackness is something that's consistently pointed out, you need to have some kind of autonomy. If something goes left and people don't hire you because they don't look like you, that's a very visceral thing. You should be able to go somewhere else. When Bruce Lee was unable to get hired by Hollywood, he was able to go to China and create Enter the Dragon and became
I
an
get that
international.
part.
You know what I'm saying? So
I get that part. But look, I got that way. So okay, wait. Okay, so let's say I went out the house, right, and like I want to get some groceries. There's a Walmart and there's a black version of Walmart right by each other. Like, I mean, like, so I should automatically go to a black Walmart instead of a regular Walmart.
In some respects, yes, because everyone else does. Why is this difficult?
Now,
hold on. I'm asking you a question. The deal is everyone else does this as if it were natural. It's only with us that we have to do thinking into that. The Italian man is not putting a lot of thought in going to an Italian establishment.
Yeah, China man is crazy. But let me say this real quick. Premium Network. I think you went. I get your analogy, but that was a little too big, right? So we would say rather the black-owned gas station. I think gas stations and corner stores are a much better thing because, like you said, yeah, Walmart is just you're not going to be able to compete with a brand like Walmart. You know, Walmart's literally killed a lot of the mom and pop shops that we know of.
Okay,
but what happened was
I was speaking like in like fantasy land,
okay. Oh, in a perfect world. Oh, in a perfect. Well, yeah. In a if you're saying in a perfect world situation where you were able to do something, yeah, I agree. Yeah, you should because like that's how everybody else operates. So everybody else operates as the.
Yours is good too, though. Yours is good too. Okay, but listen, me personally, I usually like to get my gas from Safeway because I usually get deals. I use my phone number and shit like that. But
Yeah.
if the black gas station doesn't really have any deals or promotion, or their gas is a little bit higher than the regular gas station, why should I break my wallet for that? Though?
Well, that's the thing. So let's walk that down. That's a great example. So is 3 cents really breaking your 3 cents a gallon really breaking your pockets? You feel me?
Out here, hold on. Out here, it's not a 3 cent differential. There's some gas stations that charge like maybe like $4.89. And like some gas is probably charged like probably $4.10.
Yeah, but that's two totally different sides of town though. In the same area, usually
no. Out here in Tacoma, where I'm at, like bro, this is literally a gas station around the corner from my house that's cheaper than the one maybe the opposite direction. I don't know how the gas prices work, but out here, out west.
Well, East Coast and what I've seen up and down the East Coast is usually parity. You usually have gas stations within, I would say, anywhere between 5 and 10 cents at most. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you usually that's how it falls. But either way, right? So if you're trying to build something up, and this is what other cultures do, right? Especially like I learned this within the last, I want to say 2 to 3 years that a lot of the motels, hotels, that's the reason why Indians own a lot of them. Like like your Comfort Inns and your stuff or whatever, so on and so forth. They literally buy these things from whatever they get franchised, and then they bring in family members. They live out of the hotel, right? They're bare minimum, whatever they do the work they can do. They hire local people that are also Indians, and they do the same thing with Dunkin' Donuts, right? So what happens is you do you pay the cost early so you can reap the extra benefits later. And that's the point that I think that Afro Nerd is speaking to that we just don't have a concept of because we never really got back into it. You feel me? Post civil rights.
Group economics is what it's called.
Yeah, exactly. And Dr. Claude Anderson has given I think he was one of the loudest whistles for that people sadly ignored. He taught, and again, he told he's the first one to tell us, hey, hey man, people forgetting, bro. We're less than 30 years away from 2050. You know what I'm saying? 2050 is supposed to be a permanent underclass for black people because of lack of financial literacy. And you just, hey, I wanna buy the fucking Benz I can't afford. I wanna, what I'm saying? I wanna go and buy the bar. I wanna ball out with my tax money, all this kind of crazy shit. But
Yeah.
Just real quick, I want to call bullshit on what the brother was saying because he said the black gas station was like 70 to 80 cents more
Yeah, that's not
That's not what I said. That's not what
No,
I
he
said.
didn't say he
That's
didn't
not
say
what I said.
7086. No, he didn't say that.
That's not what I said. What I said was out here, gas station. No. What I said was out here where I'm at, gas stations different. Like all gas stations don't have the same gas prices. That's what I was alluding to. I didn't say the
It's
black
the same
gas
thing where,
station.
if you're closer to an E-way, usually the gas is more expensive. If you're in a smaller town, it's usually cheaper. So
Airport, that shit gonna be high. Yeah, airport's gonna be high. Next
Okay.
to a major highway, that's gonna be higher. Yeah, for the most part. Yeah.
Supply and demand. Yeah, because you need people on the E-way need gas.
Yeah, you ain't got no choice. Your ass on E, you gonna get that gas regardless. Goddamn.
Hey, let me get my 2 cents in before this conversation get even more buried because we done took about 4 or 5 turns on this when we were talking about fashion, right?
It's all connected though. It's all connected. That's the issue.
Yeah, without a doubt. But when we was talking about black fashion, right? Now, when did black fashion turn into dresses and niggas paint their nails?
Lil Wayne.
That was 2010.
I missed that earlier.
That's late. That's late 2010s.
I mean, shit just getting more feminized with the black male.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, hey, we even seen LeBron James in a dress. His best buddy, you know what I'm saying, wear dresses and makeup and paint his nails. You know what I'm saying? And D Wade.
I gotta say that.
I would say like around like 07, 08.
I mean, I know. Everybody wanted to be like Mike, but now it seems like everybody want to be like Dennis Rodman.
No,
everybody want to be like Michelle.
Y'all forgot about Prince. Prince was androgynous in the 80s, bro. This shit is not new.
But that was a one-on-one. Like, he was only there doing that.
Talking about sports.
He was an
Yeah,
icon.
no. He great. No, Compassionate Callous, great point. That's what I'm saying though. But Compassionate Callous, that shit was him only. Not even like that shit was. Nobody else was wearing ass out jeans. That was Prince.
Y'all want to see the picture of the Isley brothers in their spandex? Come on, man.
Yeah, that was the fashion in the 70s though.
We had rock and roll artists that wear makeup, big hair, and all that type of stuff.
Okay, well, wait. Are you really comparing Prince wearing his ass out to like Ron Isley wearing a Hulk? Like this is like levels. Like
You're correcting the narrative that we playing like androgynous.
Well, no. It's levels, right? And I see what you're saying. Prince, that was going on, but brothers, it didn't catch on in the 2000s, in the 2010s. In the 2010s, that shit caught on. Like, hell, I didn't even. My bad. Go ahead.
No, I'll give you that. My point was, it just wasn't the first time.
Oh yeah, it's not brand new. No. I agree. But like, so I think with the Bell's point.
One thing real quick. I'm sorry, I gotta get ready for this gym. Let me point out one thing. Quick. Y'all like to point out these dresses, but y'all ain't gonna get on niggas in the 90s wearing their clothes backwards and sagging their pants, getting all that type of dress codes from niggas in prison who was promoting homosexuality in prison.
Niggas let Biggie say a bunch of gay shit.
Right.
80s or the 90s. So let's not.
Yeah.
Like
we didn't let him say that. Puffy let him say that.
Y'all was still rocking that.
Nigga, we didn't know. Nigga, we didn't know that was a motherfucking Decepticon in the video, nigga.
I'm talking about the lyrics. You heard them lyrics, fantastic.
Well, yeah, that was again. You just don't sing. You just don't sing those parts. You don't sing those parts. You don't pass.
Hey,
I'm gonna head out. But the Bell, you know what it is. I'm gonna catch you later, man.
All right, bro.
I'm gonna head out to Portland maybe next year around my birthday. Cause I'm gonna start some businesses up. You know.
Man, let me know, man.
Yo, matter of fact, I tell you what, I'm gonna shoot you my work email in the back chat. You just email me your contact information. We can go from there. All right.
All right, peace.
Yeah, look, I'm a big Prince fan, right? I'm a big Princeologist. So I'm not going to try to make excuses for him, but he was on his own on stage versus everyday dress style. No, hold on. Everyday dress style for the commoners. That's the issue. That stuff didn't translate.
You might just remember Prince, but it was a whole lot of cats that was like that. Remember Jesse Johnson?
It was a whole wave.
Yeah,
well, Michael Jackson. I mean,
Michael Jackson wore makeup and got plastic surgery.
Bowie.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? He was probably one of the first black men to have plastic surgery.
But translating that for the masses, to adopt it, where everyone was doing that is a different matter.
Prince had a huge impact on the Generation X. Y'all love Prince.
No, you listen. I admit that.
Yeah.
But I don't think it translated to what we see today, where common men are kind of doing questionable things.
Okay, I won't.
That's the issue. I think it remained on stage for him. Either the Ozzy brothers, even if you think about any of the rap groups. The early 70s, late 70s rap groups were the Grandmaster Flash were wearing some weirdo stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
That was kind of, or even look, George Clinton wearing a diaper.
Come on, man.
We kind of.
Well,
and they were funky. They were funky.
Yeah, but they like they said. So shout out to Lincoln. What's his name, Dr. Dre, right? Again, that was just a style for the time, the 70s, and the early 80s or whatever. But yeah, these like I said, these young kids, bro. Like I said, I never seen a black goth before. Like, you know what I'm saying? Well after I was out of high school, I didn't know that didn't exist. You couldn't be a goth black kid, like, for real. You feel me? Like, nah.
I wanted to mention something real quick too about the gas station thing and about the issue. Also, really is because the cat had said, well, why do I have to do black business? Because these other businesses, oftentimes, as a black patron, you can be disrespected. We have to be mindful of that. And when he talked about what's stopping you from doing a black business or what have you, is because there are issues where people block you, right? I remember a few years ago, there was some sisters in Atlanta that tried to do a black hair care distribution business. And the Asian community came for them. They came for them and blocked them for selling black hair care products.
Yeah, got them out of
now that's if you can't sell your own hair,
no, but see,
that's a problem.
But it's more complicated than that. I agree with you, but it's more complicated because we don't control supply chains. We got a real low resolution perception of economics and even small businesses, medium-sized, big business. We don't really have a lot of experience in that. And we just got to admit that. Dude saying he don't understand why he would pay. I mean, I think that's ultimately the problem. That we got to explain to other black folks why they should spend their money with other black folks.
Just one real quick. I won't say it's a problem, and like you said, I think it's like you said, it's a condition. You feel me?
Yeah.
I would say it's more of a condition than a problem, because like you said, we were the white man's ice is colder, right? And that's pretty much all, especially 80s and beyond, hyper consumerism and all this other shit.
Yeah.
So you got to think Okay, let me finish it on you and you can hop in. So this is what we're saying, right? So we saw the last remnants of those mom and pop shops, the local towns and all these different things before the Walmarts came in, the Targets, the major gas stations and shit like that, so on and so forth. So you got to think all these kids, post 90s, bro, they don't know nothing about no black business outside of, you know what I'm saying?
100%. And I'm not saying it's just like niggas just too dumb. It is the conditioning. It is what they've been exposed to. Like you said, as we go on, we get less and less inclined to just buy from black people off GP. And that's for a reason. It's not because we just idiots. It's obviously because of how we've been socialized. That's not really a part of black culture. You're not raised saying, hey, no, I'm gonna spend extra 5 cents just to circulate the money. Like, we don't understand. When we romanticize these other communities like they just all buying from each other, which they're not, but they do understand a basic. When you go into their enclaves, they're definitely circulating that money within their enclave.
Because them Asians buy the hell out of them motherfucking BMWs and Mercedes before they buy them Toyotas. Goddamn it!
Hey, but when it comes to black business, though, why do black people feel they're entitled to a discount?
Well,
that's another part of it too.
I think let's just level set it, because I've owned a business. Most black people don't. You will have those people. You will have a significant part that would expect some type of discount. Most black folks.
What if the ones that personally know you?
I think that's probably not uncommon in any culture. Mexican probably say, hey, give me that little Mexican. He talked to another Mexican. They probably he gonna probably give me, and maybe the Mexican business owner is inclined.
But see, the thing is, they're not complaining about supporting each other though.
See, okay, I get what you say. I don't disagree. I think the point is, though, I think why we don't see it a lot, we got to recognize, we got to zoom out a little bit. It's a reason why, as a black business owner, you're dealing, first of all, your specific community, if you're black, is the poorest community in America. We can agree on that, right? Has the least.
No, I think Native Americans actually might.
Okay,
yeah, but they make up a very, very, very small percentage. I think they're like 3% of the population now.
No, but you technically he's right. You're right. Technically not the poorest, but second to
Yeah, second to poorest of a substantial amount of people to make up the population. Yes, we are under somehow, some way. Again, black men and black women out earning. And shout out to Compassionate for bringing this up. Right, I think this is a focus that we definitely need to, as black men, need to make more apparent and let people be aware of. Hispanic households earn more than black households simply because even though black men and black women out earn Hispanic men and Hispanic women, Hispanic women and Hispanic men more so work together, cohabitate, and they actually pool their money in order to, you know what I'm saying, to make a household run, however it may be. So yeah.
Our black women think they're better. Our black women think they're better than us. Number one.
That's basically the biggest problem. Yeah.
And number two is to open a business, you have to be competitive. You have to offer a good product or service. Let me give you an example. When I was trying to move my furniture, I called a black business to move my furniture. The guy was like, wait a minute, let me come by and see your apartment. Let me come by and look at all your furniture, and then I'll give you an estimate. I called another company. Oh, mercy. We could do it for this amount. They didn't have to come to my place. They didn't have to look at all the pieces, and it was a lower price. So my thing is like this. You have to offer a good service at a reasonable price. And let's call it what it is. A lot of our brothers and sisters like to mark up the price. They just love to mark up the price. I don't know what it is, but they like to do that.
Well, I just told you, bro. We the poorest community. We second to the poorest community. So we starting with the least capital to start the business. We really don't have legacy businesses. So to like when we got to recognize most of the time we dealing with a black business, it's the first generation of the business, and we got to recognize that they don't. Yeah, I don't think they're purposely outpricing themselves competitively with their competitors. I think black people got to recognize we behind the eight ball compared to a lot of, especially the minority groups. We haven't been allowed in some cases to build businesses. We've been kind of ignorant to it in a lot of cases. We ran businesses maybe into the ground sometimes, and again, we're a small population with the least wealth.
I have to disagree with that because when I was a kid, let me tell you, I had my little lawnmower. All I was doing is cutting grass and shoveling snow. And I made a killing. And I wasn't charging a lot of money. So when you start out, you don't charge a lot of money.
Yeah, but that's a lawnmower business as a kid, bro. You ain't have no overhead.
I'm trying to get, you got to build your name. You can't just charge the premium.
How do a black person, how will a black moving company compete with moving companies that have been established for decades? And
I knew an older black dude. He charged a reasonable price, but I went with him. He was an older dude, but I'm talking young cat. He was an older dude. He charged a reasonable price, and that's how he built his name.
So why you ain't start the example off with that story? That's a black
dude. He's old. He's my age, bro. He's old like me.
But that's a black business.
The marketing of a kid with a lawnmower is you go knock on old folks' door that don't want to cut their grass.
Yeah, and that's like very basic.
I'm trying to show you has nothing to do with age.
You just target your neighborhood.
I get what y'all saying.
I just gave you an old example, and I gave you a young example. The same thing. You just building your name. The first thing you got to do is build your name. Then you can charge a premium.
I think this is the thing, right? I think Mercy, the business ain't the same, man. Business just doesn't run how businesses run before. Now, if you're trying to start off and you're going to stay local and all these different things and so on and so forth, bro. Nowadays, you literally have people that have internet marketing, social media marketing, all these different things. So you going by and leaving a business card or a flyer or whatever and knocking door to door. That's just not. It's not as feasible as it was when we were. Right. Yeah, it's we live in a different time, and I think we romanticize a lot of the past a lot. You know what I'm saying? Just like I tell black men, bro, it's never going back to the times of our mothers, grandmothers, and people before. It's not. Never gonna have this thing where
the Kanye
not in our lifetime.
Kanye is a perfect metaphor or analog for this discussion. Y'all remember when Kanye was talking to Sway, and it's a famous little meme or GIF now. He was saying, "How, Sway? How?"
Yeah.
Because Sway suggested, like probably if he hopped on this panel with us, Sway had suggested, hey bro, why don't you just open a factory and start making shoes and start making the shit like, cause I do it. I got a hat company. I got my own little machinery, blah blah blah. And Kanye got frustrated and started to say, how, Sway?
You don't have the answer, Sway.
Yeah, but why was he saying that? I dug into that story. Adidas, basically, Kanye had millions of dollars. We know Kanye was rich. The infrastructure required to build what he ended up building with Adidas was not actually possible for him to build on his own, even with millions of dollars. Adidas and all the shoe companies have been out for 100 years, damn near now. They got all the suppliers sold up. They got all the machinery and shit sold up. They got the labor. They're not even in America. Adidas is in Germany. Is not even based or making the shoes in America. So Sway telling him, just build a factory, hire some niggas, and then start making shoes. The shoes would have been $2,000 a pair.
Yeah.
He couldn't, it's not as simple as just printing up your own shoes and selling millions of units. That's not how, again, low resolution perception of economics and business, which I'm not really blaming our people for. But we got to start somewhere. We got to level.
To his credit, he ended up saying Sway was right, because even though, like you say, he couldn't have did it from an American standpoint, he could have afforded to have done the same thing that they did, just, you know what I mean, in Thailand or fucking China or whatever, so on and so forth. It's just like you said, it's the going through the red tape and going through the motions of getting it authorized, because those people got to let you, you know what I'm saying, build that factory in those companies. So it's still like it's still a lot of red tape.
You got to secure material. You can't just build a factory. You got to have a whole supply chain. You got to have a distribution
and
mechanism.
that too. And you brought up another big thing too. I don't think people understand, bro. It's some brands, bro, that people think like, bro, people think Tommy Hilfiger is whack, right? It's lame as hell. Niggas do. White folks wear the hell out of this shit. I was just in Guatemala, nigga. I saw Tommy Hilfiger shirts everywhere, nigga. Right? So just because, and I think that's like you said. I don't want to call it. Well, yeah, main character syndrome. Black people have a real bad case of main character syndrome. They think just because we don't fuck with it, nobody else fucks with it. Nah, bro, that's not the case. Like,
and black people start with the low key black people. In a lot of ways, we've been forced to do it. A lot of people they start businesses to sell only to black people. They don't really sell to the whole market. You know, black people only 14% of the population. That's like selling candy to
are the fucking the highest spenders. Yeah, highest spenders, bro. Biggest consumers.
But
and speaking of that, somebody had mentioned like when black folks get into hair care products or whatever, the agents come for you.
It's a supply chain issue.
Anybody can Google right now who murders over wigs and weave. That's the fear of dealing with black folks.
I asked the question why black women don't sell their own beauty supply products 10 years ago, and I got the answer. It's a supply chain issue. We don't have the people that make all of the picks and the brushes and all that shit you would buy to sell are in China, and if you go over there trying to get a plug, they will send you off and spin you and overcharge you because they know they got a monopoly on it. So until we go into Congo and start getting our own rubber and start getting our own shit and start manufacturing from scratch.
A lot of that is a black woman issue because we ain't wearing wigs and weaves.
Well, I'm just making an example. It's a reason why black women don't have a whole bunch of beauty supply stores, even though they buy that shit constantly. When they try to go secure the weave plug.
Well, I mean, you know what would stop that? If they boycott it.
Well, yeah. I mean, maybe,
problem,
yeah.
We don't work together. We don't work together. That's what it is. Black people don't work together. Men and women, we don't work together. Because if we work together, we could solve that.
Well, there's something else that no one's really mentioning also, is that the way black folks are controlled, we're controlled in a way to make us very trendy, which is a horrible thing. Like, if anything, anytime we come up with something, it ends up being a temporary trendy thing. And we also embrace the trendiness of things. Like when I said the term princeologist, people thought that was kind of crazy. Why did I say princeologist? Because Prince fans are called princeologists. Prince. Now let me finish. This goes to a larger point. We don't think it's unnatural for whites to wear Nirvana shirts. We don't think it's unnatural for a 5-year-old to wear a Rolling Stone shirt, right? But we will not wear an EPMD shirt. We will not wear a Rakim shirt. Like you will, in some spaces, you will get clowned. So when I use the term princeologist, it's because Prince has a catalog of hundreds of songs, no different than Jimi Hendrix or Michael Jackson, like these top flight icons, you put them in a certain category. So when I said I'm a Princeologist, because I am respectful of his work, which is quite expanded,
Yeah, we
right?
get it. I get it.
But when you go, but if I talk about Little Uzi Vert or the Baby, you know, you talking about people to me that have limited talent, and I don't know if we're gonna be talking about them for 60, 70 years. See, that's the issue. We're always told we're kind of put in a position or shepherded not to have a legacy. We don't have legacy, and even among our own people, the younger folks, like you should be seeing young people rocking classic hip hop records because those catalogs mean something. But I am around young people, and they joke about legacy. So that's a mental thing. You can't even do business if you don't believe in the concept of legacy and world building.
And
This is what I mean by having a larger conversation about it.
And I think that starts actually.
Can't do family either.
I think thank you. I think it starts at the family unit. I think you can't continue to have a continuity of culture, continuity of history. And you notice, I think we've gotten to a habit as a people, because I think one of our greatest superpowers and one of our Achilles heels is our ability to create culture and trends. I think we got so used to, because in our past history, we were literally not allowed to take advantage of our patents, take advantage of our inventions, take advantage of, we would get finessed or stolen from outright, or the city get burned down or bombed after we built it. I think we developed a cultural reaction to that type of shit by just, because we invented country to put it down. We invented everything, a lot of the music in this country, and just moved on to another trend after we were done with it. Breakdancing, we stopped breakdancing like in the same decade we invented it. Like I think it's a cultural artifact of how we've had to operate in this country, that we basically knew if you invented anything that was worth shit, white folks gonna steal it, or they're gonna kill you, or they're gonna finesse you out of it on the law side. And to the point we just say, all right, fuck it, I'll invent it, and then I'm gonna just put it down and invent some more shit. Now, obviously, that's not been economically sustainable or advantageous, but I definitely think we've been robbed in a lot of cases. Again, I don't think a lot of this is just niggas being too dumb to recognize what we should do. We've been sitting in a capitalist society for 400 years. We know how to sell shit. We know the logic behind it. I think we've been sabotaged, and somebody brought it up earlier, Fantastic brought it up earlier. The biggest reason why we really can't start business is because we don't consolidate our wealth at the family level. Our women making money and then they divorce or they stay single. Men making money and they single or getting divorced and kneecapped and all half of their money taken. So we're not putting money in a pot. Therefore, we're not developing companies. Mercy, you brought up the old man with the moving company. Where's his son at? Where's his cousins and kids at that he gonna hand that down to, so it's not an old man doing it and he can keep that shit going and have that price low and build that business? You can't. He probably was the perfect moving man and built the perfect moving business, but probably got fucking divorced at 40, and his kids stopped talking to him, and now he's gonna do that till he dies, and then somebody gonna have to start from scratch. That's literally.
And not only that, but where's the real estate that our grandparents owned?
Well, when you divorce, you fuck up the real estate too.
No, it was the generation of the siblings. You know, your aunts and uncles.
One generation though,
when
bro.
it
This
was
is a slow process. The boomers definitely sold off some shit on purpose, on some just kicking it, trying to get money, and not thinking about the next generation. The Xer, I mean, it's a slow process. No fault divorce was put into law in the 80s, so that's the Xers. I was born in 90, so my parents was divorced when I was 2 years old. And they sold the house and split the house up before I was even able to fucking recognize the goddamn house.
I repeat. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I do not think we are taught to respect legacy. I'm just going to keep it real simple. This is a real simple thing. With Murdergram, the Murdergram video with Eminem and LL. Eminem is wearing a Long Live the Kane t-shirt, which I'm probably going to buy, right? Mm-hmm. But you will not see Future or Kodak Black or Travis Scott wear a Long Live the Kane t-shirt. And that's just a simple thing. But you see white folks of varied ages, even they will acknowledge something like that, or they will wear a white equivalent of that. But we think it's cool not to honor or give homage to legacy. That's
Niggas-
like that's like a problem.
Niggas still wear Tupac and Biggie shirts. It's not exactly true. We just don't. We don't. Keep our iconic.
No, I think
Go ahead.
this is the issue, and I'm gonna close it out after this. We had 3 hours. It's a gulf between the generations, right? And I think we are caught in the middle. The millennials are seen the same as like Gen Xers or whatever when we're not,
Not
and
at
the kids that are being now, because like I said, the biggest issue and problem is the lack of positive black male influence and leadership, right? Over our age, right? We seen it. And you gotta think, even the compassionate said, right? He was pretty much like probably the peak of the divorce boom, because I want to say my mom and dad got divorced when I was 6, so it would have been 89, right? And so you got to think, by 95, man, that we were on this, this decline, major decline in black marriage and families.
Divorced
Yeah.
parents. Yeah.
So now you had everybody post 95, 96 grow up in a matriarchy, mom only, mom, grandma, auntie, whatever. If the dad's there, cool, right? And the dad's there, but the dad isn't given the amount of access he needs to be. The dad was in that time and in the 90s still, working factory jobs and things like that. So he's involved and he's doing things and he's still being a dad. But then, come 2000s and 2010s, bro, it's just, like the man is non-existent. You got these women now that even back then when we were there, as much issues and problems my mom and my dad had, my mom never kept my dad away from us, right? But now deliberately, and being mean, I had to go through the shit myself. These women deliberately play with a man's relationship with his children, right? And they would rather let a damn a pretender nigga, aka a bull dagger, be the daddy and the father than the biological dad does. Everybody can have access to the motherfucking kid, but the fucking actual daddy himself, be it a son or daughter. But it's more pivotal and more more crucial to the son, because again, the son, people seem to forget, bro. And like you said, this goes back to I guess our just basic understanding of how life works, right? Or how thing is, the reality of the real world is. Human beings are we mimic. We literally learn everything through watching, other people, right? As we grow, you learn to walk by watching other people walk, and you want to do that and all these different things, and whatever. A man's supposed to be there for his son to understand, what I'm saying, what he's supposed to be. So now we've had, a generation and a half of kids. Well, not well, yeah, half, because my youngest son is 13.
Yeah, you're right.
So yeah, so we had a generation and a half of kids being born into this situation, to where the mass majority of them, don't get at least 50% of the time of their lives spent with their fathers. And again, not a lot of the case is not because of the fathers, it's because, hey, the mom wants to play around, the dad's doing what he can do, and he's involved. That we've already proved that. But then you have the mother purposely go back and undo, what I'm saying, the standards, the morals, the values that the dad has set. And now he's got to try to work double overtime every time he does get time with the children, to establish and maintain those those standards that he's trying to set. But yeah, man. Shit, yeah, we got a
Great
long
show.
way from the
Great
whole
show. Fantastic.
yeah. Hey man, I appreciate y'all, bro. I appreciate y'all. Listen, I'm on the vertical, bro. But now that I know I can do this, there ain't nothing changed. So I'm gonna try to figure out a way to see how I can get the if I can get it to show up as a hyperlink while I'm in vertical on the phone. I guess I'll ask YouTube. I'll contact them to see as to how, why it's not, because I'm pretty sure, like I said, if I put like I don't know if no links show up, but I'll see and play around with it and see what's going on so we can get it there. But I greatly appreciate you guys for coming through, man. Shout out to everybody that came through today. If you have not already, hit the like button on your way out. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And that's that on that one.